First of all, Marcus Rashford is every baby mum's baby father. Every single baby mum's baby father, Marcus Rashford, that is what he is. This guy needs a whole crown. I know he got like an MBE or whatever, but he needs like a whole crown. He needs a statue. He needs everything, because we really talk about people that, you know, they come up from out the ends and they make it, and how are they giving back to the community? How this man gave back to the whole country, to children that wouldn't have been able to eat if it wasn't for him.
Sometimes you get a blessing, and some people don't know the difference between a gift and a purpose. And I think Rashford's gift is football. But when you really get in bed with your gift, it actually leads you to your purpose, you know what I mean? And he's like a young activist now, he's fighting for causes that matter to him, and we need more people to be able to do that. And I think, you know, it's easier for people who have wealth or acquired wealth and can really see the world from a different perspective, from a thriving perspective rather than a surviving perspective. Then you can kind of see things that you can actually help out on and fix, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, big up Rashford, man, car. Man United aren't really doing nothing right now, and 2022 is going to be the same. I see him tweet something the other day talking about after they lost, you know, like, sorry for the performance, but more importantly, the youth them don't have no lunch. I said, yo, we got Rashford though, man.
But Rashford right now, just continue feeding the kids. Just continue feeding the kids, because what Man United are doing right now, I don't even know right now. I think you got a better delivery when you feed the kids than you have when you're on the pitch right now, Rashford. Get Ragnak, what's his name? Ragnak is gonna go soon, you're gonna get a new manager. Start doing your thing now, so when the new manager comes, he knows that, yeah, Rashford is in my plans. Right now, all the feeding of the kids, all the rare is getting to you, like, feed the kid, like, get someone else to feed the kids for the moment. Everyone's still gonna know Rashford is the one doing it, but get other people to do it. You don't need to go to them places and thinking no more. You just focus on football, let other people do it. Because right now in football, I don't know what you're doing right now, but it's not happening yet.
Rashford, it's a big inspiration. He's just showing people that are in positions of power don't really use their platforms to do much. Do you know what I mean? Just one young black man from Manchester, he's making so much. He's making a big difference for just people in his community, and he's setting a trend. And he's putting a lot of politicians to shame in that. He inspires us, and that's what it's about, giving back.
Definitely big positive influence. Do you know what I mean? Someone that big, coming back and just doing things for his community. So it inspires us. We do a lot for the community, but it helps us like, okay, you know what? There's more that we can do, or do you know what I mean? Maybe someone doesn't even want to do anything for the community. They may just look at him for this, oh, Rashford's doing it, I love Rashford, why don't I go do that for my area, or why don't I do that for my block, or do that for my family even, do you know what I mean? So it's a very good positive influence. Big up Rashford, man, that's amazing what he's doing.
He needs to do something. That motherfucker. Was a good footballer, but obviously a better humanitarian. Big him up, Nobel Peace Prize. You get me? He wanted the Ballon d'Or, getting the next best thing right now. Right now, everybody, yeah, there's some picnic up on my road, hungry dog. Trust me. Yeah.
If he wasn't found, what's his name, Derrick Chauvin, if he wasn't found guilty, yeah, I don't know what would have happened, because when that whole thing happened, that caused so much trauma and so much pain that for the American justice system to now come and say that he was innocent, nah, it just wouldn't have worked out for the States. So I think they did the smart thing by finding him guilty.
He definitely was guilty, like it was literally in 4K, but I really feel like the guy got sentenced to it because it was just to shut us up, basically. I high-key feel like if it wasn't for the amount of noise we're making, he would have been let off, because that guy, is it Dylan? Not Dylan, the one that recently got, well, he was in trial or something for the riots. I don't know the guy's name, but he literally killed people and he was free. So I feel like the George Floyd one is because if they said he wasn't guilty or they didn't give him that much time, we would literally set the whole world on fire.
Right, I remember I was in my kitchen and I heard the verdict, and you're so happy you're so happy, I'm so happy. I'm like, and then there was this other side to me that I didn't expect, yeah? And I sat there thinking like, yes, he does not like black people, that's a fact. But you know when you really fucked up one day, and the thing is, you're fucked up, cool, he's in jail, but then I sit there thinking about his family, and I was like, this whole thing created such a mess, yeah? From the riots to even though some beauty came out of it in like movements and stuff, but I was happy, but I felt sorry for, I didn't feel sorry for him, but I felt sorry for his unit, his wife, his like, it's sad overall all the way. I wasn't there, man, but I don't think, I can't say, man. It's just, for me, it's just fucked, man. It's really fucked, to be honest with you.
Well, that was obvious. Like, there was no way that they could have let that guy get less than what he got. I think it serves as an example to other police officers in America. And do I think this is going to be the start of change? Not really. I really don't. But I'm glad that he got locked up.
It's good, but there's so much more we need to do, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only because that was publicised, do you know what I mean? There was like, evidence that went viral that action was taken, do you know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff that happens behind closed doors. So I just think, as a community, as black people, we need to just formulate some sort of strategy to like, so these things don't happen, do you know what I mean? We need to work together so we work against them.
Yeah, that's a win. I would just like to see the prison cell that the killer is in, because I don't know, like I just don't trust America like that. So yes, they found him guilty, but what kind of punishment is he getting? Do you get what I mean?
Do you know, because just leave this here, because this is the face of just finding out. Is she engaged? To who?
Ben Simmons.
Who's that?
Basketball player from the US. So been dating 7 months and now she's engaged.
Does Stormzy know? Like, I'm sure that's what everyone's thinking, like, does Stormzy know about this? What the fuck?
The Queen. Americans. She has shown us the way, we need to go. You see on Tinder, you can pay to extend your swiping thing. You don't have to swipe in the UK.
Now, let me not start a UK men and American men thing, but you see when you go abroad, the men there don't waste time. In the UK, 7 months, just be talking stage. But in America, they'll marry you. So you know where to go, ladies. But other than that, yeah, I'm really happy for her.
I see like all these memes going around saying, if this can happen to Maya Jama, then, meanwhile, all these guys are trying to talk on, like, have talking stages for 7 months. Yeah, but everybody's situation is different. And I just feel like if you compare yourself, that is ultimately like a fast track to misery.
It's a basketball player, isn't it? Boy, on a Stormzy thing, it's peak. I can't, like, that's. I ain't had nothing that deep happen to man, but I seen ones, girl having a youth straight away and that, so. Obviously, man never had Stormzy bread when it happened to man, so.
Well, like I saw this the other day, ladies, you all can't be Maya Jama, bro. What's this about? I see people putting up tweets already, man, them want them to do 7 months of talking stage while Maya Jama. But you're not Maya Jama. Bro, you're not Maya Jama. Stop all this rare. Bro, your boyfriend can't even do certain things that my man can do for Maya Jama and you're complaining. Listen, 2022, ladies, please stop the entitlement thing. Bro, the pretty privilege is not gonna work. I'm even tired of it. Your demands are up there when you can't even demand for yourself. You're saying the man should drive, you don't drive. You're saying the man should take you. Does your dad or mum even take you to them restaurants?
So now I'm actually thinking, because before I don't have Tinder now because I'm a bit bait, but when I used to have Tinder before I was bait, I would think, who pays for this shit? This is so desperate. But girls, pay for it. Go and swipe in the USA, because these American niggas are the only ones who are going to marry you. If you stay in this country waiting for these UK men, you will just end up a baby mother.
These guys, they want to You're doing talking stage for 7 whole years before they even make you girlfriend. 7 months. This just goes to show, ladies, when a man wants you, he's gonna do what he needs to do. As he should have proposed to her at 7 months, because he knows he's got a catch, he knows he's got a woman that's doing her thing, a strong woman, an independent woman. So of course he's supposed to get on her knee. But that's American men, very different from the UK man. I don't want to get into it. Let's just leave it there.
Congratulations to Maya Jama. I do think 7 months is a bit quick, but depending on where you are in your life, 7 months might not be that long, because let's be honest, within the first, couple of months of knowing someone, you know whether or not you want to be in a relationship with them. And yeah, 7 months for marriage, I don't know, but here's the thing, just because they're engaged doesn't mean that they're getting married tomorrow.
Well, she was with Stormzy for how many years and they didn't get engaged. So if it's right for her, like, why does anybody else care? Rich people problems.
I could possibly do it. I love hard, so I'll marry a bitch in 2 seconds right now. Might regret it in 7 months, but shit happens. That man might have 7 months, 7 years and think, shit, I left Keisha. You know what I'm saying? I just say don't do it too early. Just, slam up and live up on everybody. You know what I'm saying? She must be pregnant, man. That's what I reckon.
I'm happy for her. I mean, she won't date no one else in the UK.
Why is that?
She you can date after Stormzy. And like, it's madness. It's a wrap. You're not even allowed to date her. Like, that'd be drama.
Quick story, I had a girl, bro, and I was like, no, da-da. She was like, Tricky, she was crying and everything, and I felt so bad. I come back in 2-3 weeks and said, Basil, you're right. She's like, Tris, I got some good news. I got a man. I mean, what? He was crying, though. I'm just calling to see if you're all right from all your tears.
Everyone always says they got finessed after. It's just how it is. At the time, you were happy. Bouncer, I don't know Likkleman. Bouncer rectified it pretty quickly, so I don't think it looks like he did get finessed. I think we do need to stop, as black culture, tearing down each other at the first opportunity, because I don't think, if you look at pop artists, they don't scream on their managers as soon as stuff goes left, or their label. It's like they're cussing Sony or whoever. But when we're doing it to each other, I think we stifle our progression. And as I say, people are happy at the time when they sign a contract, and then want to move the goalposts after, whether they become more successful or less successful. It's just part of the game. Well, we're seeing it as part of the game, but it shouldn't be.
Do you know what's mad? Like, everyone's gonna have their point to say, and me personally, obviously, man don't know the ins and outs, but for when you're in jail and that, and someone's even just giving you
nothing, bro.
Like, everyone's different. I just wouldn't take it to an online thing. I'm happy they resolved it now. Do you know what I'm saying? And especially like, people always get a bouncer in it because maybe they don't like the way you do things. People get at everyone, but I wouldn't invest in a local man like in jail because I wouldn't know what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to big him up for that. Everyone has something demonizing something, but don't see the positive or see where the wrongs could be right. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy they've come together and sorted it out. Do you know what I mean? Because that was actually kind of annoying because Wicked and Bad. Do you know what I mean? They got the energy drink and stuff like that. But obviously it's business at the end of the day, and sometimes
I personally think it's just annoying, like this weird trend that we saw a lot last year. Just hope it don't carry on this year. But just so much people just being ungrateful. Putting, like, bashing people that actually help them and putting it out publicly. Like, you should at least have some sort of dignity, some sort of respect. If someone's actually done something for you, could be big, could be small, but you should remember that good thing and just be like, nah, I have enough respect for them that I'm not going to go online. Do you get what I'm saying?
I would have taken that out of the interview personally because there was no kind of education behind it. You know, he was still saying that he didn't know the business and all the other stuff. If you don't know the business, how do you know you've been finessed?
That one day I saw the little clips. Like, let's be real now. Like, Likkleman said he can't read and write and all these things. Like, if you had people, like even close friends that can look over a contract for you, you should have done it. Like, sure, you got family, surely you got friends, but if you can't read or write, like, whose fault is it?
Well, hey, name me a man that can get $8 grand for fighting somebody. Like, he weren't finessed. Right, and big facts. There's real boxers out here not making 8 racks for fighting. Yeah, man, she made money out of nothing. There's bare man with slogans and don't get paid. I got slogans and don't get paid. You get me? So, brother, anybody have 8 grand for one of them, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I'm here for it. Trust me.
Obviously, that's one of the many people complaining about how the industry is treating them. Maybe that will be me one day, you get me? So I ain't gonna say nothing too bad, man, about that. But I don't know, man. My personal opinion, I think that's how these things go, innit? People put money into you. You gotta give them money when you get the money back, you get me? So I think people just need to educate themselves, you feel me? I don't know how much Likkleman knows about what he's doing, you get me? But in my eyes, I reckon Bouncer helped him still. I don't think he done him.
It's not my fault that little man weren't listening in school when he should have been paying attention to reading and writing.
You blame him?
Like, I'm like, oh, what can I say, yeah? Like, if you can't read, yeah, then you should have gone to a solicitor and asked a solicitor to read it to you and explain to you what it was you were signing.
In a nutshell, I think it's mad disrespectful on Likkleman's department. I don't know the whole situation, but I just think if someone's ever done something for you, we don't turn around and disrespect them in any way. It could be the littlest thing, and this is where in this society, it depends on what the person's done for you. Go Africa and breed up something. Because I'm sure Chloe will just, you understand what I'm saying? If you went Ghana and breeded up something, or you're doing it on your doorstep. Like, you get me? You're rich enough to really go far. Go Jamaica or something, breed up a yard thing. She will keep quiet for 75K. She won't even tell her mum. Like, 75K in yard. She won't even tell her closest sister. You get me? His baby that, Yeah, you know, When I talk, and she just rat 75K, and 75K in yard is like 20 billion. You're like Jeff Bezos.
So you're gonna listen to Shade Borough over me. It's not mine, you get me, while sending the baby money. It's smart.
I don't know why he's apologizing at this point. I mean, we all know what the deal is, and at this point, I think he's begging for Chloe to just leave him. He's looking for any way to go. I don't even feel sorry for her, because at this point, like, this is like how many times now, and he's even got a kid on her.
How many times are you gonna go through this embarrassment? Do you know what it is, yeah? It's just a lesson for everybody. Tristan, I feel like he has a sex addiction. I feel like he has a sex addiction, number one, because he proclaims that he loves Chloe. So if that's the case, why'd you keep doing this? Like, it was bad the last time you tried to do it with a family friend. Now you have somebody, you have a whole child. Chloe, I hope, look into my eyes. Let this be the last time.
I don't know for Chloe, because she's a whole Kardashian. She's not a regular woman. I'm not gonna lie, she's not like, you know, a regular me. Like, she's not a struggling bitch. Like, she could literally, I feel like she could pattern a better relationship, especially with the status she's got. The only problem is, even though I do feel somewhat sorry for her, Chloe has dated people she shouldn't have dated.
He got caught. But I mean, people have to be honest. Like, boy, men are out here enjoying themselves regardless of their relationship status. I think maybe it's a case of being more honest. Take a leaf out of Will and Jada's book and say, "Rah, this is how I feel. This is what I want to do. I still love you." I think he just needs to do that because he likes being outside a lot more than he's letting on.
But you think that's something like that can work though?
100%. I've been in situations like that. Yeah. You just have to be confident enough to say, "Rah, this is it." And that's it.
How many apologies, Tristan? Do you know what Tristan needs to do? Not just Tristan and Chloe. You can tell that Chloe has deep-rooted insecurities from when she was, you know, often called the ugly duckling out of the Kardashian family. I feel as though that stuff really, 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 really impacted her and how she feels about herself, because one time, it's my fault. No, what's it? Fool me once, something, fool me twice, it's on me. Basically, she keeps taking him back. I do not understand why.
I agree with Joey Badass, yeah. Like, at this point, I just want to know, are you tripping and falling into the pussy? Because if, like, you're cheated so much, you may as well just have an open relationship and say, do you know what, babes? You're in my heart, but I'm in their hole.
Do you know what it is, yeah? When I see a black man doing the Kardashians wrong, I just turn a blind eye, cause they done a lot of things to us. I swear, come on, man, the other man's on crack. Big up Tristan Thompson, cause the other one is bunning light. Yeah? So you do your thing, breed another woman, you can't be smoking crack. Do whatever you have to do to not smoke crack.
Brother, I mean, at this point, brother, like, at this point, Tristan, you know, I hope you're watching this fella. Like, bun the apology. And it's not, it was so effed up that the apology actually made it worse, I think. It's calculated. Do you know what I mean? Just say, listen, I've done my thing, it is what it is, and let's keep it moving.
Like, how many apologies are we going to hear from this guy? Like, how many times does he have to cheat on this woman? Like, honestly, like, is everything okay with Chloe? Like, you know, someone needs to check on her. You know, there's something clearly wrong. The guy is out here dedicated to embarrassing you. And yeah, here we are in the year of our Lord, 2022, and we're still seeing this guy apologizing.
If white man missed the black man, yeah. If white man missed Jamaica, Nigeria, Congo's penalties, we're on them. Facts. So I reckon they should have had it strategic, like white man, black man, white man, black man, white man, you know? Having them all in a row. Bro, we're all brothers here. I watch you miss, I'm like, damn, they're gonna be on him. Shit, if I miss, they're gonna be on me. So I'm approaching it like, no. It should be white man, black man, white man.
I'm not a football fan, yeah, but what I will say is this should be expected. Like, this is not our country, innit? Like, the racism has been there from the beginning, so I don't know why anyone's surprised.
That one there was a situation waiting to happen. Like, as soon as they went to penalties, I started getting nervous myself, because penalties, bro, obviously the 3 black boys missed, and as soon as they missed and Italy won the Euros, I knew it was gonna happen. It was so obvious that it was gonna happen, because I'm not saying this is everyone, I'm not saying like the England we're in now, I'm not saying everyone, but I just knew once we lost that Euros, they was gonna get it.
I feel like that was scripted, man.
You think so?
Like Southgate. Like, bro, you could have just ordered it way different. I just think, why did you have to put them one after the other? Like,
I don't think it was scripted.
Because you just thought, if this goes pear-shaped, it's on the niggas, bro.
Well, Sancho and Rashford, I think it's disgusting. Saka, it happens. No, I think, yeah, I think it was waiting to happen. I knew it as soon as they took the penalties. I knew what the theme was gonna be and what the talk was gonna be about. I think in our world, they're total heroes. So these things are like baby food in our world. Like, but it was just a chance for the racists to step out.
Yeah, Saka, Sancho and Rashford receiving racist abuse after missing the penalties was the last day I was an England fan, to be honest. I feel like I can't support England no more, for real. I was already vexed that Sancho weren't even playing. I think the first game he played, they won 4-0, do you know what I mean? And then, you know how it is, you know, come on, man, you remember when we was in school, yeah, man didn't start, in 11. And it's like, what? Man is just supposed to bring you on like some dickhead, yeah, to come save up the thing. Bro, do you think because they got M's, yeah, they don't move like how they were moving in school? Man the team, blood. England ain't going to no final. That's what all them man there said. Rashford's trying to get food for the youths and you want me to take penalties, blood. Dickhead thing, blood.
Do you know what? I was in my pub watching that and I knew it was going to happen, you know. I said, Sod's Law, the black guys are going to miss. I don't really know too much about football to say whether like it was too much expectation for them, etc., etc. I do believe if you're on the pitch, then you should be able to step up to the task. Otherwise, God knows. But it wasn't the best day for us. I'll put it like that. It's unfortunate that people react like that. But I suppose if it was the Nigerian team and 3 white boys missed, there might be a little uproar still, so.
Alright, cool.
You know why I personally felt like an idiot when that happened, yeah? Because I never support England, yeah? That, you get me, I can't even remember, I think year 4, I think it was 2002 or something, year 5, one of them years. England, Brazil, we all got to watch it. I remember when Brazil scored, I was like, yes, I have a drop of Brazilian in me, you get me? I didn't care, I was like, yes. All the youth them around me crying, you get me? I'm just getting excited, the sight of their tears and that. But you see this tournament, I proper bought into the hype, you get me? Like, because obviously it's bare black youths, and not even just black youths, this is an exciting generation like of English footballers. Obviously, because of my age, a lot of them are younger than me, you get me? So I could kind of think like, rah, you get me? They like, man, see them in a different light. So it's like, man was just an England supporter, like with the England supporters kind of thing, just in that hype, standing in the pub. Then when man's going yard from the pub, man are on the Instagram calling my dog them monkeys and that. So it's like, rah, yeah. Disappointing, but not shocking really, man.
I'm not even really big into football, right? But my dude, he is. He works for the Premier League. So when we were watching that match, I was like, my Lord, please, don't let it be them to take the penalties. Then when the first person missed, I said, Lord, don't let the second one miss. The second one missed, I said, Lord, don't let the third one miss. The third one missed. I just looked at my guy. We both knew what was coming.
Sacco-censured Rashford racist abuse after Euro exit.
Do you know what? I flipping hate football. Like, I hate football, but I watched that game. And that was the time in my life that I finally understood why people get so like into football. I probably got into like the spirit. I was literally this close to praying that these boys do not miss, because I knew what would happen to them if they had missed.
I thank God that I don't gamble, because if I did, I would have lost it all on Armz. I didn't know what was the Armz doing, what was they doing, what weighing them down. I was expecting some like mad headlocks, some mad punches, but no. To be honest, I've seen better action in Shoreditch on a Saturday night, but.
Bouncer versus Armz Corleone, the fight.
Built up, brilliant. The build-up was great, but the fight wasn't. The fight wasn't. I think they should have left it at boxing, because boxing, even if we grapple, we can do exactly what they done and held each other and lay on the floor and and do your little tactics. But I don't know about MMA and all that. But if it's boxing, even if you throw 4 punches and I throw 4 punches, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's still more action than what was given.
For me, I just feel like Bouncer has given a space for people to deal with things in other ways. Like I said earlier on about the lack of alpha males, people don't really want to get in the ring and, you know what I mean, fight out anymore. They're doing all kinds of other crap. But for me, this was kind of showing two people that may have had a feud, whether it was real or not was irrelevant. I think it was 2 people that, you know, trained, put their body through it, dedicated themselves, and just, you know, galvanized the whole scene really.
3 rounds. But what 2 big men like Armz, how do you say Corleone? Like, however he's, You're big, man. How could you, like, you don't bounce on the floor like that? Brother, what's this? Is this XXX or, like, fight? Like, I wanted to see punch-ups. You men are hugging each other, like, for the whole 3 rounds. I don't believe it.
Yeah, we was there. It was a lit night. Yeah, man, I think Bouncer, he played it smart. He used the right tactics. A lot of people weren't happy with the fight, but I thought it was a good fight. I did the MMA myself, so I think he did well. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Good, like, Bouncer's from my area, innit? Good to support him, so, you know,
And
went
again,
down.
inspiring. No one's tried to set up an MMA thing just for celebrities or just people that are artists and that. So I think it's another opportunity for our people to make money on all levels. So yeah.
And to settle things.
Armz called Leon versus Bouncer.
I was in Dubai training. I was doing some MMA training. My first time, 1 grips, I thought I was gonna die. I've never, you know, like, bro. You see when you fight for more than 30 seconds, when I say I thought I was gonna die, man's choking me, I'm going, you know, you're double breathing. So when they're lying there, I understand. I need a break. He needed a break. So, and when I saw Bouncer, maybe 2 days later in the Shard, and his eye was mashed up, and he said, bro, I was tired.
They could have put on a better show. I think what happened is, because they're friends, I feel like when it came to fight night, I just feel like none of them wanted to knock the other one out. That's what I think that it was. So that's why we had, was it 3-4 rounds of grappling? So it's unfortunate because everyone was really gassed for that.
From a business point of view, I'm so happy for Bouncer. I think, you know, to be able to see, I'm not too bothered about the whole fight thing, you know, it's a celebrity fight, so, you know, the fight wasn't that interesting, to be honest, and the memes were hilarious. But from a business point of view, to see what he's been able to do should be a really good example and inspiration for so many other people, because he had deals with like Boohoo, he had other deals with like other major companies, which is quite unprecedented for someone someone like Bouncer. So if he can do it, anyone else can.
Oh, this is a complicated one. I feel like Jesy Nelson. I don't know. I can't read her. I can't read the girl. I don't know if she's a nice person and she makes mistakes, because some people are nice but they're misunderstood. So I'm not sure if she's that way, or I'm not sure if she's actually just not a nice girl. And the reason I'm confused, right, is because I used to think she was a sweet girl, but the only thing that threw me off was when she let Nicki Minaj bash, I can't remember the other girl's name. The other girl in Little Mix, the black girl. Yeah, Leanne. When she let her bash her and she was giggling, I kind of thought, well, that was like kind of like mean girly.
I just feel like they're never gonna get it. These girls are never gonna get it. Like, they're so far gone in their delusion. I just feel that we just need to stop giving women like her attention. Don't listen to her music, don't go to her concerts, don't follow her on Instagram, don't talk about her, just do nothing. But it was so painful to see what they did, or what she tried to do, and Nicki Minaj, like, what the hell, sis?
I feel like she, like the world, right, is influenced by black culture. Okay, anything popping is from black culture. So of course people of different races are gonna draw towards us because we're lit, and they're going to want to, you know, be involved or imitate our style, or, you know, they're gonna do that. She's an artist, so she's a creative. So obviously, her being an artist and creative and black culture being at the top of what is hot, I feel like things are gonna rub off on artists, whether they're black, you know, Asian, Hispanic, whatever.
I'm sure all these weaves didn't come from Africa. No, from natural hair. I got sisters. You get me? So I don't want people to stop them in the street and be like, you trying to be white and da-da-da-da-da, because they're not. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want no one to stop my sisters in the street and be like, are you trying to be white because your hair is long, or you're doing this, or you're doing little things that white girls maybe do. So I think with a lot of these people, they're not disrespecting black people. They're showing respect to our culture and our thing on what we do, and they're showing love.
Do you know what? If she wants to be a black queen, we're in 2022 now, she can do what she wants to do. I personally Sis, continue. That to me is not my business. I don't even have any energy for it at all.
Is she blackfishing? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna respect the fact that I think black women were calling her out right now. I don't have the black woman's experience. I don't have that. So it's not right for me realistically to kind of comment too much on it. Do I feel like she was trying to use the racially ambiguous kind of look? I don't know. I've not known white women not to have tan and darken themselves up and all of that. I've not known it. It's been something that's always been there. So what are we making a big deal out of it now?
Blackfishing, for me, they're getting darker tans, they're getting their lips done and all these things. If they want to do that, let them do that, man. It is what it is.
She's doing what white gal do though, like tanning and everybody. Yeah, I'm saying, innit? Like in my back in the day, man's had stains on the white sheets from these bitches. You get me? Like they all do it. They all do it, man.
I already had a problem. I don't even know what year it was, but if we done like this in 2016 or something, I would have rubbed her out again, car. I already had an issue with my girl. She done some, they told her, I think it was some game, she had to say a Jamaican accent. And my girl said Berende. And it's like, and now she's doing this, and that's 2 incidents that's involving some kind of black people. So I just don't think she should be allowed, like, in the culture.
It doesn't bother me, but I can see why people are bothered. I don't know if we should just take it as a compliment. Like, she likes black people. She likes the way that we look. She likes what we're about, innit? So, but I can understand the uproar, but it doesn't really bother me, I can't lie.
I understand people's outrage as blackfishing becomes more popular. But not even popular. Maybe it's just more highlighted because the people that are stealing the culture of their chest more, innit?
It is a subject I feel passionate about, but I need to remove the passion when I speak so that my message will be heard. Jesy should know better. She should be around people who should teach her better. She can't say that she didn't know what she was doing because that's an extremely ignorant reaction. And I think she was very well aware, but she thought she'd be able to get away with it and nothing would happen. I do think it's a shame that Nicki didn't step in and publicly handle business, but I don't know what conversations are happening behind closed doors. All I hope from moving forward is that the public are more aware. Mainstream media is aware of what they're doing, and I hope Jesy can somehow learn from this situation and try to uplift more females rather than, you know, using controversy to sell, because unfortunately it didn't really work. Her single didn't do much in the charts, and yeah.
Like, I'm so tired of alpha male thing, the alpha male, beta male thing. I don't know, I think, I just want to know, like, what is an alpha male? Because, I mean, if he's not an alpha male, then what is an alpha male? And if he isn't an alpha male, then what is alpha male? I just don't understand. I think that we like labels too much, to be honest. And I feel like men get too triggered when women say stuff like that. Just like, I don't know, why is that even important?
It's crazy, man.
There was man, that Sideman, yeah, Sideman, like, he kills me, innit? But do you know what it is? Like, when you write some of his statements and that, man don't understand. So one time I just DM'd him and it's like, yo, bro, what are you talking? Because I'm not gonna go online and be like, do you know what I'm saying? I actually genuinely don't understand what he meant. But when I think he was talking about young people and he was demonizing the youths, do you know what I'm saying? And I thought, you're bringing this kind of arrogance to it. There's a way you can deliver the same message across, because I know you still want to help them. So I just rang him, do you know what I mean? And I had a conversation and I understood his point of view, do you know what I mean? As for the alpha male thing, I don't know, innit? That's Zeze's point of view, do you know what I mean? That's not for me really to say.
I've done an interview with Sideman, and he's like, I don't know, what would you say? What is this alpha male thing like? Is he a man's man? Like, is that what it is? Is that what alpha male is? Is it, because I'm trying to...
What's your description?
Is he an alpha male? No, but I think his bank balance will tell me different. And this is how people judge it now, innit? So I have to say that part because people's gonna say, well, but he's getting money, he's doing this. Don't matter. I get what she's saying, like, do you get what I'm saying? But it's like, it's kind of hard to mention these things about people without people saying, oh, you're a hater or you hate this man or da-da. I've met him once, he's a cool guy, but I kind of saw where she was coming from.
For me, when I listen to Sideman speak, well, he's very intelligent and he's like the way he uses his words is very articulate with his words and he knows how to speak. So for me, like, it seems like a very smart person, just because he might not be muscly or all these things, bro. For me, he's an alpha male because, like, the way he talks, like, he's very intelligent. So, bro, I think he's a top dog still. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that was a little bit sly of her, to be honest. I thought that was her boy, but yeah, I feel like maybe he's not like alpha, but do you know what I mean? He's not a dickhead.
Do you have the definition of an alpha?
What is an alpha male? Isn't it a man that kind of like dominates, takes control? All right, maybe he's not alpha male then. Yeah, maybe he's not alpha male. But he defends the ladies, so I've got love for Sideman because he speaks up for us when no one else will, innit? So.
Alpha male thing's kind of self-explanatory. You can't, like, you kind of have to hold it, innit? Like, if I was sitting in this room right now and you lot all just go, Lippy, you're not an alpha male, I would just have to reverse psychology. Like, all right, cool. Like, if that's what you think, all right, cool. But you can't be like, no, what do you mean? My bridging works for me, he sends the emails. And it's like, you can't. Nah, man. Yeah, you went about it the wrong way. You get me? So yeah, nah.
And what did she say again? I mean, for me, if you have to say you're an alpha male, you're probably not. I think it's something that you come in a room and you can command a certain level of energy and confidence. Definition, God knows what it is. I think it's being able to just stand your own as a man. I wouldn't say he's not. He is. He's a man in his own right. I don't know if she can say he's not or is. I don't know. I don't know enough about that situation.
When Zeze said he was an alpha male, my main thing was, what is her criteria for an alpha male? And I do think that there are a lot of guys who, make money and have their own, but aren't necessarily an alpha male. So I understood what she was getting at. Whether or not Sideman's an alpha male is not really any of my concern. I don't know if I would call him one or not call him one, but I understood what she meant because money doesn't equate to being an alpha male, in my opinion.
Zeze Mills saying Sideman as an alpha male was quite interesting last year. Big topic. It had me looking at myself, to be honest, and asking myself, where do I sit on the kind of conversation? I think what Sideman did was kind of give his own version to what he feels makes him an alpha male. And I find, something that I find annoying is when people redefine words that already got definitions. Like, you can't do that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I think it's a good conversation to have. I think, I personally believe the men are getting diluted now anyway. Certain men can't even really say what they want to say because, it's going to offend women or it's going to offend this new genders that are out there now. Man can't say what they want to do now, I'm going to say. Men are in jail, Man are in jail. All the alpha males are in jail.
Like, I ain't wanna fuck it, man, I'm here for it, man. He says some shit for the man them, like he drops man in it, like, And then I found some picture of him that he's been married and he's a divorcee. Yeah, you heard it. Man's been divorced and telling us how to treat our women. Let's take that into consideration. I took my glasses off, let's move. Yeah, man tell you how to treat women and he's divorced. What do you want to say about that?
Oh, she did say that. That's her brethren. I don't like Sideman, so this is just going to be a very unbiased thing for me to say. Like, no matter what I say about him, I'm never going to say anything positive about him. I actually think he's a prick, if I'm honest. So he's not alpha male. In fact, I just think that he doesn't like himself very much because he's super insensitive. He says stuff, he likes to talk like, oh, he knows it all, but a lot of stuff he says is really horrible. And it's not like he talks in general. When I talk about people normally, like broke guys and la la la, I'm really talking in general. There's always like exceptions to what I say. When you talk on a broad scale, there's always exceptions to what you're talking about. But he talks about people directly and his stupid opinions. I don't like him. He obviously doesn't get girls. He's popular. I swear he's on Channel 4, all these channels. He's still not getting girls because there's something wrong with his brain. He's not sexy. By the way, you're not sexy. You're always in women's business. You know, it comes across very, very feminine. I don't like him. Sorry, I don't like him at all. And the reason I don't like him and I have every right not to like him is because it's personal. When I was going through my stuff, he made a skit about me and it was really insensitive. But of course, what do I expect from a bitch who has a vagina like him?
I mean, I spoke to him. It's incredible to see. I think the real beauty in that is not being afraid of competition. I think that's the real beauty of the internet. You see a lot of people are doing something and you might think, that's oversaturated. I mean, you've got Fire in the Booth, Behind Bars, Daily Duppy, all these massive brands that have existed for a very long time. And then you come and go, you know what, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna add this thing. The thing he added, the reactions, that everyone thinks, what's he doing? He looks like an idiot. Then makes the thing even bigger.
Yeah, big up Fumez, man. Fumez is my guy, man. Like, I think it was a dope idea to do that. I think that I think a lot of them do sound the same, but that's not nothing to do with you, Fumez. You put them on a platform. You've done this, that, and the other. I think it was super dope what he's done, but sometimes I think the levels can be upped, and I think dealing with those sort of characters all across the board, I think it could be a bit much for him. But I think it's dope what he's done on the platform that he's brought, because this Fumez The Engineer platform for 2021 for me has been bigger than the Tim Westwoods and the Charlie Sloths, and it's like about time. It's a new world, new wave, new thing.
Nah, Fumez, I've been watching his things from time. Like, I even got on Snapchat, but when he posts things from back in the days, bro, I rate people like that, man, because he's been doing it for time. It just goes to show, again, like I said in a couple other things that you've put towards me, is consistency, man. So many people start things, and when they see that it don't get nowhere within a couple months, they think like, this is long. But you have to believe in yourself to keep going, because the more and more you're consistent, the more and more engagement you're going to get around that. You get me, your podcast or whatever you're doing, your music thing. You just be consistent, man. Believe in yourself, and that's what you have to do. And the rise that he's had now, I'm seeing that he's bought himself a house, got himself a Lambo. Like, again, bro, all these things are motivational purposive things that he's uploading, because people want to live that life. And whether you do podcasts, whether you do music, whether you do anything else, bro, that's where you want to go, and that's how you want to live your life. You want to be able to, you know, provide for your family and your friends. And big him up, man, 10 times.
I think his hustle's been dope, man. Like, he's been doing his thing for years and now.
Yeah, I've had my ups and downs with Fumez, innit? Do you know what I mean? Me and Fumez love-hate relationship, so, but for what he's done for the culture, like, he's blew off like a freestyle platform, do you know what I mean? He's opened up another avenue for artists to kind of blow, make money, do you know what I mean? Get recognition, so you got to big him up, do you know what I mean? You can't hate what he's doing, do you know what I mean? And he's gonna keep.
A lot of artists getting at him, saying that he's duping people over, but at the end of the day, if he's putting on a piece of paper and giving it to you, read this business, innit? So you either just want to do it or you don't. Get a lawyer, try and negotiate. If it don't work out, but don't do it and then complain later, innit? So.
Yeah, and he played a big part in Russ's career, running that big freestyle that went viral the year before that. So that was good. But yeah, Fumez, man, always work with him, man. Big up Fumez.
Plugged In is good, man. I like Plugged In. When I first saw Plugged In, I kind of thought, yo, man, this is just where all the youth them just say the most maddest things, and then they put the camera on my man, and then he just goes raw. And then I think it changed from that. I think it definitely started as that, but then like more like higher, like more more popular artists started coming on. You get me? I see Skepta's done one. You get me? Like everybody's doing one. So it's like, first we had like SBTV and that. Then we had Link Up TV, Behind Bars. Then we had Mixtape Madness, Mad About Bars. But like Plugged In is like the one now. It's like the place where the youth them go show like their little ability. So like I like it, man. I think it's good. It's definitely, I think it's helped drill like, wouldn't say survive in it because it's here, but it's like an extra thing. You understand? So it's good.
Blue Therapy I thought was really cool. I still don't know if it was real or fake. I think it was fake, but I did like the concept of the fact that like talked about relationships and things that can happen in relationship, because I feel like in the black community we don't really do that enough. So whether it was fake or not, I like the concept. It brought up issues that are very much current, I feel like, now in the dating world. And I feel like we need to produce more shows like that. I like the fact that it was, you know, black content, black production. So Blue Therapy was cool. And it was entertaining. It was entertaining. So yeah, we should have a season 2, I think.
It took me like an emotional journey because I'm like, if what? Like there's too many things going on. Paul for me was brilliant last year. Brilliant. I loved his nonchalant energy to like all the topics and stuff like that. But to hear that it wasn't really real at the end, kind of irked me a little bit, because there were kind of topics that were covered that I felt like this is not things that you play with. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Losing children and all the other stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, miscarriages and all that other stuff. It's not really something I think you play with, but everyone's entitled to be creative in their own way. But I feel like it was a great eye-opener to real relationships. I think they covered a lot of topics, and I just want to big up Andy for what he's doing, man, because I feel like that made everybody around the world watch. Do you know what I mean? 2 people sitting on the couch, bro. That's not easy.
Was that real or was it fake?
We're assuming it was fake because Paul's come out and said it was fake, but.
Nah, that was big still. Big them up. They should get some acting roles in that. I didn't really watch it like that, but you know when you saw the little clips on the internet on Insta and that, like, nah, I thought it was real. But yeah, I watched a few bits, but big them up because I thought it was real. Like the girls and the boys how they was acting. Like big them up. They should get some acting roles in a couple films or something. Big them up.
Blue Therapy was my favorite piece of content. Like I thought it was groundbreaking. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, I mean, I connected with Andy on the basis of that and all the stuff he's done before, and hopefully we can try and do some stuff together. Hopefully, if the powers that be understand the vision, I think he's someone that's shifted content in the UK. I think he's a genius, and I think it was genius. I loved it. I think it's something that needs to be on mainstream. I mean, it's on mainstream media, but I mean Netflix, across the board, countries everywhere doing the same thing. I think it was great.
I see how about 10 minutes. I knew it was fake, man. Well, cool, man. Good for the culture, man. We need some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We need some, UK shit. So we need some UK love and hip hop type vibes. You know, like that fake shit. So yeah, it was like, even I watched 15 minutes.
Like Paul Bridges, you get me? That's a character that is here now, and I appreciate him. You get me? He's a funny brother. Blue Therapy, that was my dog. Andy, my nigga Andy's production, man. I like it still. Didn't watch it, I'm not gonna lie, but obviously I saw the clips. Made you think and all that. It's decent. Blue Therapy.
Hey, buddy, hey. I love it. Listen, I love to see our people winning, yeah? When I saw the accolades, #1 here, #1 in Australia, I'm like, hey, have you seen the state of our body? Mad. Listen, more and more. We want more. That's what it is. We want more. Let's keep doing it.
I'm very happy for us. Well done. And that's all I have to say.
Well, body is like, I don't even know where to start. Like, Dre's, the main thing I think for body, for us, why it's kind of like, it was a massive moment for us, because we've been fighting for this drill thing from like When no one, for years, when no one was supporting drill, no one was investing no money, no one was getting signed. So for it to now see it come, like, for it to be number one, for us to be a part of it, both on the artist management and the production management side, it's just...
I think it was destined, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was just destined. And
Literally.
also just to manage the artist and the producer, that's just massive still.
That song, it was played a lot. But it was a fun song, and I'm happy that it went to number one. I swear it was like number one for a long time. So congratulations to Tion and H. And was it a remix or the normal one? Oh, both. Yeah, and congratulations to everyone else, the other 10 people on the track. I don't know your names, sorry. But nah, it was, I'm really happy for them. But yeah, again, that song was so played, played a lot. But it was a good song. It's a nice song, especially H's bit. I like H's bit.
I don't think H was on there, it was Ardy.
Sorry, H, Ardy, I love you both, yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, just crazy. I remember Ross come out one time and goes, Tion, thank you, you made me rich again. Like, of course he did. That's going on forever, like. So yeah, man, big up Ross, big up Tion as well, man. Like, yeah, man.
You had the hardest verse on there.
Oh, Tion, 100%. I got more than I want in saving. Oh, bro, he's just got to go and I think, fucking hell, he's gonna go off. When I hear that's all I need to hear. Yeah. You're harder than Ardy. Ardy was just like more newer to us, and we were getting like the new white kid. But when you check the verses, bro, if I ever get home by the pagans, whoo, my man, just don't play with that verse. Go and check that verse out, and then come back to me and tell me, yo, you're right. Coldest verse, coldest.
Body, that was really cool. I think, especially for like the younger generation and that coming up, it was like, I feel like Russ, every time he kind of like, no matter how long he goes away for, comes back, he can always like fling it out the bag like that. You can always fling out a banger. And I think that track is just, again, it gives you a vibe that you just want to dance.
I love Tion Wayne. I love what he's doing. I love what Russ is doing. I'm more of a Tion Wayne fan though, because I feel like to have gone inside, come back out. You know, I remember when he come out and he looked like Wolverine blood. I remember when Tion come out and there was no shape up in sight, nothing. He just come out and he just needed the barber ASAP. But to see that he's come out, he's changed his life, he's helped his family, he's helped other artists in the process of helping himself. Genuine dude, man. I've met him a couple of times, not know him personally, but I met him a couple of times, and I just like the guy's energy, man. And I'm a massive fan, and congrats to him and Russ.
Tion Wayne's verse is the best verse this year. I think it's hard. Like, Body, Russ being a guy that people try to count out, let's be honest, you know what I mean? You think he had, a couple of hits and done, but he came and showed everyone. Tion, same thing. And that verse for me, crazy. Then it birthed a new act in Ardy. I mean, what more can we ask for? I remember being on an interview a while ago and they were talking about whether a drill song could go number one or not. And I can't remember what my answer was, but to see it happen, it's an amazing thing.
Big business, man. I like it, man, for the culture. I wish I could rap. I would have been on that, all over that. I would have been that third verse, in there. You know what I'm saying? No, I love it, man. Like Russ, everyone tried to Fresh said they tried to not cancel him, but they tried to cancel him, make him like a weirdo and yeah, he just come back and just harder, pause, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, big up.
Body, you get me, big moment in the game. Remix was big as well. Big up Tion and Russ. See if they could do it again, you get me, 2022.
What's your favourite verse on that?
Tion. Is that something when the defense of Jesus? I swear that's that.
Defense of Jesus?
Yeah, something grievous. It's flow, man. Yeah. Tion's one.
And it's big for the culture, innit? It's big for the culture. It's big for everyone doing drill, especially with the negative stigma that it has on it. A lot of this, from the guys for the streets that do drill, because there's other people that are not for the streets that just do drill as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's good to show that, you know what, we can actually turn something negative into positive.
And it's really helped, just market UK culture. I feel like through that being a hit song, more like people from other countries are just looking into how we dress, how we speak, what we like to do, and our influence is just going worldwide, which is just massive. And also, just like Esko is talking about, for the youths, now they feel like, wow, I can go #1 too, and someone probably will. Do you know what I mean? Take it to that next level. So.
And now I must understand how irritating I am. But like, oh my God, every time I was on TikTok, I had to be like, oh my God, I had to keep swiping. It was so jarring. And also, I think at that time, I avoided going out for 4 months because, like 4 or 5 months, to anything, because every motive I went to or house party or anything, they would play it. So I thought, you know what, I need a break.
The whole bringing black people involved and making it blacks and Jews and this, we understand that everyone's in their departments and everyone's got their little cliques and their worlds and this, that and the other. But I just think that it was a personal argument between Wiley and his manager, and because his manager is Jewish, he brought him and the whole of the Jews involved in without just saying, you know what, me and my manager, we don't get along, and he's done this to me, him personally. Because I think that when I see people come out and say, oh, this guy's been ripping me off, watch out for this. This is how the talk was. Watch out for these people and And it's like, watch out for who? The people who made you a millionaire.
Yeah, I spoke about this on my last special, Don't Cancel Me, where I spoke about Wiley, and I felt like the community, man, left one of our heroes to kind of fend for himself. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And I feel like, you know, sometimes like, what our parents did, right? Our parents would back us in public. Yeah, back us in public, but they discipline us at home. Don't do that again. Don't embarrass us again. You get me? Like when you go out there, this is how you behave. And I feel like that's what we could have done with Wiley, where a lot of people in our community didn't agree with what he was saying. Some people did. But as a whole, maybe his delivery went right or whatever, but that guy has given careers to so many people.
Do you think it's really cancelled though?
I think it is what it is, man. I think he's still here. We still see him, so people like him, innit? I think he just says things people are afraid to say. Again, delivery is important. You can see with him delivering and great, but yeah, he's a great character.
Unfortunately, it just shows how weak we are in comparison to the powers that be. I don't even know what Wiley said, but the fact that someone with so much history and legacy and can just be wiped off the internet like that is a scary sight. And I think it's great that there's a group of people that can come together and have that power. And I think maybe we need to take a leaf out of their book and, be able to garner that kind of traction when we're upset, you know what I mean?
The man needs, listen, I know the man personally, yeah? And sometimes, yeah, you gotta understand that this is paying your bills. I'm a man, I'm guilty of it. And listen, go in my phone and show you texts and shut up, like, get out of comments, stop, yeah? Sometimes he needs that person. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? And you need that person that you need to listen to. Sometimes just shut up, man. Pay your bills, man. It's obviously they're affecting your paper now. I know you personally. They might be bigging and bumping you and that, man, but everyone's getting bumped somewhere along the line. Do you know what I'm saying? So I ain't even got much to say. He said what he said was wrong, but you don't talk about religion and race. That's my thing, you get me?
The man there, he's got about 7 Instagrams right now, about 4 Twitters. I see him DJing on the beach. You can't cancel them man there, man. To be honest, I like the way like us as a people reacted to that. You get me? Like man didn't, sometimes man kind of do this false outrage thing where you're just vexed in the moment and then no one does nothing after. Obviously we done all we could, innit? We just kind of stuck by it, my man. Man, obviously man can't support like what he was saying or anything. Man don't like agree with like rubbing out anyone or anything, but we got Wiley, man. I like Wiley.
I don't know. Wiley, I like Wiley. I want to know if he likes me because when I was beefing Trillery Banks, I swear I saw him giggling at her cussing me. I wasn't very fond of that, Wiley. Do you know what I mean? Trillery Banks is a bitch and you're just I don't know why you follow her. It's just lowering your status in society. That's all I have to say about Wiley.
I think it's unfortunate that he's still cancelled. I think he spoke on an experience that he has felt and seen in the industry for a long time. Certain people are untouchable when it comes to holding them accountable. Could he have said things better? Of course, but Wiley speaks the way he is. Wiley is Wiley. And I think that we as a community need to do better in supporting our own. We can hold each other accountable, but the way in which he's practically been blacklisted, no one wants to go near him. It's just kind of like a symptom of how, as a community, we are still under the shackles, you can say, of Western media and of the powers that be. I think we need to be a lot more bold, because in other communities, when some of their own say things that aren't, okay, they're not completely cancelled. So I think we need to do better. We need to allow him. He's made music like he's made music like we've listened to his music in parties. He's made music that shaped made soundtracks of parts of our lives. It's just not acceptable what we've done to him, and we should allow people to atone and make up for the things that they said. And I do think that he is regretful to some degree of how he said it, but I think what he said, I don't really understand, anyway, whatever.
that might be my best day on the internet. That was hilarious. I couldn't believe it, because I like the guy. I thought he was, it's bittersweet, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a single man. I enjoy my life. I see a man like Derrick Jaxn. He gives me hope that I can be a responsible adult one day. And then Hero's gone just like that. I thought that was funny though. I thought it was the best thing.
All I want to say to his wife here is blink 3 times if you're being held there against your will.
Black men cheat. What is I don't understand. Black men, you said black men don't cheat, but you're cheating. Even the ones that are telling you not to cheat, treat your woman good. This is the type of man you shouldn't be with. But you are the man. You are the man. It's the narcissism for me. I really don't want, I love black men. You are so beautiful. But please, it's therapy. It's time now, this year.
If I had a platform where people were gonna listen to me, telling, listen, it's gonna happen. Man is man, innit? Man is dark, gal is wicked. Man's gonna, everyone's got their little niche, you get me? I could be faithful 100 years. As soon as she said, I wanna suck your dick. It's all out the window. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows. That's my weakness. Get me?
Derrick, I'm so disappointed, I can't lie. I used to follow him, I had to unfollow. He used to chat sense, but it was all a lie, innit? So we can't trust anyone. Basically, that's the moral of the story, you can't trust anyone.
I think he's narcissistic. It comes across kind of controlling and judgmental. And I don't think he practices what he preaches. From what I understand, he's really about, God and living right. And yes, we all make mistakes, but he's not my kind of person. I don't need to follow him. I don't need to put him on a pedestal. I didn't care for him before. I don't care for him now. So, yeah.
This is why I give no advice on relationships, and I don't talk out I'll just be honest on how I am and how I move and this, that, and the other. Because a lot of these guys, bro, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're coming out of all these things, and when I see some of these videos and the girls go, tell them, I pay for everything, my woman doesn't even have to lift a foot, I carry her to the bathroom, this is the life, this is what a real man's about. No, because when it comes down to it, man are gonna do what they're gonna do, bro. Man are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? And some of these men, they say these things and they mean it at the start, but then they get a lot of female attention from what they said, and all the females start coming in and they'll be like, oh shit. Delete that first episode, I'm going to cause some chaos.
This is a good one. He has proven he has proven that if you tell women what they want to hear, they will ride for you. Every man out here can sit at home or anywhere they are and tell women what they want to hear, and women will love us for it. Women will idolize us, they'll use us as their relationship goes. They will do that, but the moment you keep it real to you, right, it becomes an issue. We know that if we sell you bullshit, we know you're gonna love us. So start thinking in 2022, the people who aren't feeding me comfortability might actually be showing me love.
Okay, you see this guy, I knew this guy wasn't right when, like, some years ago, I was watching his videos and he said something like, if he's cheating on you, if you cheat on him, then he should understand, and, you know, it's not your fault because you cheated for a reason, being the woman cheated for a reason. I knew from that moment that this guy's not correct. He's just a panderer, and I'm not surprised that it came out that he was cheating so badly on his wife. And it was just so disgusting the way he had her come on screen looking raggedy, for starters. Like, if you love your wife, surely you want her to come out looking pristine. Anyway, and all that stuff that ensued. And the worst part of it all, I don't know if you guys caught it, but the worst part was when he did that review video on his own confession/apology. That was the end. I didn't even understand. In fact, I Googled him and he's still doing videos today. And there's still women in his comment section saying, oh my God, that was so touching. I just think this world is finished.
That didn't surprise me at all. Men will be men. So, but I don't know too much about him, I'm not gonna lie, but the whole cheating situation, it was a bit scary because his wife is really, like, deluded, and I feel like he uses Christianity to brainwash her. Well, she's brainwashed herself with the religion, but yeah, that whole situation, I don't know too much about it, but it was funny. The memes are funny and stuff, but.
Oh God. Derrick Jaxn, this is such a coincidence that we're talking about this, because he came up on my YouTube. I didn't realize I was still subscribed. This is literally like 3 days ago. And his views have plummeted all the way to 0. Like, he used to get 1 million views, and now I think the last time I checked, he's getting views like me. Like, I am on 40,000 subscribers. The guy's got 1 million. Like some fuck off number, like 1.5 million or something crazy subscribers, and he's getting views like me. He should be ashamed of himself. But you deserve it. You deserve it. You made that bed, you lie in it. Derrick Jaxn.
Boy, R. Kelly being found guilty in 2021 shows how fucked up we are, because I was a kid them times when that tape was going around. I never saw it because I was a kid, but everybody knew about it. Everybody turned a blind eye. So I think it's shame on all of us that it's taken till 2021 for him to get in trouble.
About time. It's about time. They should never let him out.
I don't know why I'm laughing, so no one judge me for laughing at this, yeah? You see what it is, yeah? I think it was bad that these things were going on for time and people only at the end of his career wanted to highlight it. Parents, this person, that person, people in the industry, there's people in the industry in the UK that know that things are going on now and they're not saying nothing because the person's too big. But when the person gets smaller, that's when they're gonna say it. And that's when R. Kelly got small. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. But for what he done, yeah, man, scumbag. But I'm not gonna lie, the way people are, there's a lot of men probably watching this right now with young girls and having that thing over them and this, that, and the other. So one thing we got to do is stop going on like he's the only man out there when there's hundreds. But yeah, he's a scumbag, man. Like, but I'm not gonna lie, I still go to a wedding and shake my leg to a bloody side to side, step to step, whatever it's called.
How many women are gonna make all these accusations and you not be guilty? I don't like to judge people. I'm not a judgmental person, but I think it was kind of clear from, you know, the documentary and everything that the women that have over the years encountered with him. It was clear that there was stuff going on that was inappropriate. And so I'm not surprised that he's been found guilty. It is a shame because R. Kelly is like one of the most amazing, iconic, legendary artists of all time. And it's a shame that this has been his demise, you know? I know he, as a younger person, he went through a lot. So I do believe that has a lot to do with what's happened in his life and affected him. However, it's still inappropriate. And if he's been found guilty, then he's been found guilty. You have to do the time.
When I saw that video, I was too young to have an opinion. But all you motherfuckers that knew that was wrong was bumping his shit. As soon as that video became a fact to me when I was older. Now, he's been cancelled since Chocolate Factory. That album beats though. But he's been cancelled. That album beats. But he's been cancelled since then.
So you can't listen to music?
Nah. Bro, it's all, I can just hear bare shit in there. Like, the Pied, you know the Pied Piper is, bro. Brother, it's not saying right, man.
But it's kind of sad because we grew up on this music and stuff, so like, obviously we heard rumors that, you know, like when we were younger and people were talking about like the pissing video. Like, we all knew about it, but I guess because we were kids, it didn't sink in. Until I got older and I was watching the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. Then I was like, oh, rah, this guy is actually a menace. So he deserves everything that's coming, but I feel like he needs to expose everyone else in the industry. But then with that being said, if he exposes everyone, I feel like half the industry will be gone. They'll be in prison. So, but it's not just him anyway, there's other people. But he deserves everything that is coming for him.
I mean, what is there to say about that? He's R. Kelly. Today a Wonderful came up, I don't even know how this happened. Wonderful came up on YouTube, I had to run into the living room and switch the song. I can't, it's one of my favorite songs, but I can't listen to it, I can't be a hypocrite. I don't support evil people.
Anyway, listen, when I was I 15, yeah, and I watched the actual sex tape, right? When I went home, I couldn't look my mum in her eyes. I thought she'd see it in my pupils because that was right. And it was R. Kelly. Of course he was found guilty. If he wasn't found guilty, there would have been riots. Like, he had to be found guilty. Doesn't mean he's no longer a legend and his music, you know, wasn't good. You know, can you separate the artist from their art? I don't know. But R. Kelly had to 100% be found guilty. The only thing I'd say is, though, there are a lot of other artists that are, you know, rock stars or other genres of music who have been doing stuff like this for decades and nothing has been done to them. So if you're going to tear down one legacy, tear down all of them.
Like I said, boy, we could have done the 2000 and we could have done the 1998 wrap up and it would have been some kind of R. Kelly getting nicked something. So, but they finally catch him saying he had girl living in the ring, living in the boxing ring, girl living in the cupboard, girl living in the, yeah. Boy, it's mad, man. I'm not gonna lie, I finally dashed him, innit? I felt like I was one of them, like, I'm not saying like man denied it, but I kind of just thought, yo, like, until it's concrete evidence. And now it's like, yo, there's even man coming forward saying that he done the mad thing to them. So, yeah, man, it's big talent. You get me? One of the biggest talents like ever, but dashed it away with some fuckery. So, usually we say free man. I want to say don't free him. You get me? Don't free R. Kelly, man.
Well, that was obvious. The case that they had on this guy was insane. Like, there was no way he could have climbed out of that one. After decades and decades of the foolery and disgusting stuff that he's been up to, there was no chance he could have got out of it. And I just, yeah, they need to throw away the key with that one.
Getting jiggy with it, na. That's what's, bro. I don't know. Will Smith, yeah. If your girl, your wife, keeps coming out and saying she had what's it called, a Nicki Minaj, Minaj with someone, why you keep like, bro? You have to come out and say you slept with someone, so like show her that you're not the only one that's doing it. Bro, you're letting her tarnish your name, Will Smith. You done all these big films, Men in Black. You're letting Jada Pinkett, because she was, bro, keep saying my love was Tupac. Tupac was back in 91. You keep letting her come here and just tell the whole story like you're a humor, like you're a big fool. Will Smith, you know who you are? You're big Will Smith. You're letting Jada Pinkett King. Let this be the last time. 22. I don't want to hear nothing come out from Jada Pinkett's mouth unless you're gonna come out and say you slept with Beyonce or you slept with someone. Yeah? I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. I think there's a beauty in honesty. I think there's a beauty in openness. I think maybe there's things that people can learn, you know, like in terms of their own relationships and not lying to each other and not keeping up a facade. But I think, once again, sometimes, you know, as anyone, you're taught not to air your dirty laundry. Sometimes just keep your washing in your house. I don't take my underwear to the dry cleaners, you get me?
Will Smith and Jada was, it was like a slow ticking bomb that actually finally just blew. Because we heard all these rumors about their relationship for a long time. The whole entanglement thing was mad. Fuck that. I'm telling you, Jada's moving brazy. Yeah? I think she throw my man under the bus. And I'm in the process right now of reading Will Smith's book, yeah? I hope I hope he talks to things, because I'm saying, if she's comfortable to just throw out their information like that, imagine what he's got in his locker.
Come on, let's be honest. Like, I don't know why people don't speak about this enough, but like, you know, a lot of people think like both of them play for the other team. Do you get it? I don't understand. Like, so obviously, like, Jada is Will's beard, and Will's like, you know, does his thing, and then Jada, she's like basically a stud. I don't know if you guys know what a stud is, but it's like a butch lesbian, and I just don't get them lots relationship. I don't get it. I think they're just each other's beards, if I'm honest. But I think Will can do better. Will, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want a better beard, I will be your beard. Okay? Okay. I will cheat on you in a much more discreet way than she did with August Alsina. That was absolutely disrespectful. I will actually pattern my side thing. Do you understand? Because I will. Once you're looking after me, I will make sure I look after him financially. So we keep it on the hush hush. I won't embarrass you. So if you're looking for a new wife, I'm here.
She's killing him, man. I'm telling you, bruv. I can see it in his eyes. I know men, I know my guys. I'm seeing it in his eyes, yeah? She's killing him. And there's things that you might do for your woman. Like, I've been in a relationship with her for a long time ago, and you have a little discussion like, babes, can I do this for you? Can I give you a threesome? Can I do this? Can I do... Do you get what I'm saying? I've had girls say that to me, and I've said certain things to a woman that I might not say out there. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to even think what I even said to a woman, like how can we do... You do things in your relationship over like 15, 20 years to try and make the other person happy. And he's been the guy that's tried to make her happy and understood her little relationships and this, that, and the other. But I think it's like with Khloe Kardashian. The one thing people don't like is embarrassment. Disrespect me all you want. I'm not saying any girl wants to be disrespected, but if you disrespect me, babes, we can deal with it. But if it's in public, we've got to deal with it in the world, and that's where the problem is. And that's where she's just killing, man, like just talking all the stuff out there and just putting him out there to like hanging out to dry. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I see Will Smith do these motivational videos, they don't hit me the same. Like, I'm like, bro, you better tell yourself this. They don't hit me the same. Like, I watched Bad Boys the other night. It didn't hit me the same. I'll put on EastEnders, bro.
No, do you know what? I actually like that they're quite transparent for a high-profile black couple, and I think that they're quite genuine and honest and open. I think, again, that's important. Because we don't all have the same lives, and we don't all have the same relationships, and men don't all think the same, you know? What one man will accept, another man won't, and that's fine. Like, it's fine to see that we are different and there are different ways of having different relationships. I wouldn't criticize them because I feel like they have truth in their relationship, which is what a lot of people actually don't have.
You know what it is, like, as we get older, like, the truth just comes out. Like, Will Smith, like, that was one of my main heroes, like, in the world, like, and to just see that this is his life, it's crazy, man. Like, you get me? I hope I'm rich and famous one day, you get me? But I ain't going out like Will, I'm telling you. The money can't. Cause you know what it is, me personally, I'm gonna do some content about it hopefully soon, because I think the open relationship idea is that it's not bad, man, if you regulate it like. But years down the line, man can't be sitting on the table with man's children and that talking about entanglement that with the cousin and that. So it's like, nah. Yeah, so big up the open relationship, but Will Smith let me down, man.
Jada clearly hates Will because she just wants to embarrass Will at every opportunity. That's all I can say. Like, I feel I don't know what she wants from all of this, but every day it's disrespect Will, isn't it? So, yeah, that's not love. I don't know what that is, but that is not love. It's a madness.
Like, personally, for me, yeah, if I'm going to be in a relationship, yeah, it's because this one person has got enough to hold me, innit? If you can't hold me, then I'm going to be single. So I can have fun in the streets, innit? So, don't know.
All I'm going to say is it takes two to tango, right? Because Will has been known to be stepping out on Jada. Jada stepping out on Will, the younger man, I think is where the controversy is, because if Will had done something similar with one of Jada's young friends, there'd be a lot more to say than just entanglement. People wouldn't be finding it funny. So I do feel as though she's been held to a different standard in comparison to what Will Smith has been. But it is wild. They said bad marriage for life, so I'm gonna let them have their bad marriage for life.
See, I just feel like the black community loves to just chat shit about this couple. Yes. Do they overshare? Yes. Are they cringe? Yes. Do they have affairs? Yes. But I just feel like any slightest thing now, like, we're so fed up of them. We're so fed up of them that any slightest thing that they say, such as when she said, you know, she was just talking about normal relationships and how she was just speaking in such like broad terms, and she was saying, you know, normal relationships are hard, like, you're not always going to be like sexually attracted, you have to work at it. People are already pouncing on her saying, stop talking about your relationship. But I understand it. Apparently there was a petition to get them, to stop people from interviewing them, and I found that quite hilarious.
That whole situation is just embarrassing. I just don't know what is going on there. Like, I genuinely used to rate Will Smith so much, and now I just don't know what kind of bondage he's in. It's actually embarrassing. It's like watching your uncle just go through it, but publicly. Like, I can't even defend him. But, you know, it's like every single day, unprovoked, Jada's just like, how can I disgrace this man today? I don't know what's going on, but I wish him the best. Yeah, that's just confusing, that whole situation.
What I will say is, I think, like, a relationship is something intimate, innit? So I feel like you shouldn't be putting out all your relationship stuff online, because there's a lot of young people that's impressionable looking at that, and they might start taking Jada's thought process and applying it wrong, the way that she don't apply it. Do you get me? So I'll just say that they should just dumb down how much they put out there, like red table stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just come off the internet together, man. I don't know. Will, you're just carrying her right now. What's her biggest film since Say It Off? No. What is her biggest film to say off? Allow her, man. Just slam up what you're slamming up, man. And I don't know, man. I feel it for the man. But she's just slamming the young boy and just talking about it. I don't even know what to say. The divorce is gonna cost Big P. So just slam up her friends, man. Fuck it.
So I actually follow it. I'm not somebody that followed it when it was trending. I still follow it now because they're at court right now. And what I heard from the court cases is that there's a possibility, not saying this is what's happened, but they're just saying that it's a possibility that the other person that could have shot her was the other girl, because Meghan was sleeping with her best friend's basically man, who was Tori Lanez. So the other possibility is, if it's not Tori, it's her best friend. But if you look at this situation, the only actually, is it the only person? Everyone's actually fucked if you really think about it, yeah? Because Meghan was sleeping with her best friend's man. Not saying that she just deserves to get shot, but I'm just saying she was bad man. And then obviously Tori is a dirty dog. He was flirting with Kylie. He was sleeping with two girls who are best friends. And then lastly, obviously, the girl, if she shot her, she's out of order. I do want to say this though, not that people who like Tori would like to hear this, but Tori does have if you look at his past allegations, he does have a history of being violent. So if it is Tori, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's just an unfortunate situation because he's really talented, but we can't make excuses for talented people if they do bad things. You know, they have to suffer the consequences and hopefully learn from their mistakes, because I'm a big person of forgiveness. Once someone is sorry, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. At first I thought, wow, Tori's a nutcase. But after the way it's going on so long, I think if you shot someone, wouldn't you just be in jail by now? Like, why would there be such a... But, yeah, man, the word of advice, girls, stop hanging around, don't be in a car with guys with guns, because it can accidentally go off.
Now, I do think that Tori does suffer from short man syndrome, and I've heard people say it, but he is short. The boy's like 5'3", right? I think he did do it, okay? There's just something about Tori that doesn't sit right with me. And yes, I've heard this whole sister-wife thing, and allegedly she was seeing Meghan's friend, or Meghan was seeing signs like that, but I personally think that he did do it. And I'm all for protecting black women, so I'm supporting Meghan. I hope, you know, the truth comes out. I hope he gets convicted, and I hope she continues to rise.
Well, Tori looks like he's got short man syndrome, and I know a thing or two about short man syndrome. Not gonna lie, I had a short guy once offer to shoot me in my foot because I wasn't willing to let him find out whether I'm man or woman.
So you said it again?
Huh? Because I wouldn't allow him to find out whether I was man or woman, yeah? He asked me if I want to be shot in my foot, the short guy. So they really be out here shooting bitches in their feet. However, on this occasion, I don't think that this is what's happened. I reckon, yeah, like on some real sister-wife, orgy, community dick type shit, I reckon that the girl shot Meghan. But I have to really wait for all of the facts because we don't know what happened. We don't have any receipts. It's just true I'm toxic when I'm thinking like this. But when all the facts come out, I can really give you my real opinion, but I reckon the girl done it.
I love Megan Thee Stallion, and like, I actually love her bears, but the story now, as it unfolds, like, it's starting to look like a situation where everyone was drunk and no one really knows what happened. So like, I'm not gonna put my mouth in something that I don't really know about. I feel like she should get justice, but like, the whole situation, like now they're talking about, oh, it could have just been glass that was on her foot, and the fact that he's still out free. I don't really know, like, I'm not a law person, but I'm still always gonna stick by Meghan, but it's looking like it was just a messy night and there must have been an argument or something. And maybe he mistakenly shot, I don't know, but now I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't as intentional as what everyone else is saying.
Okay, see, he definitely shot her, but I don't know if he actually wanted to shoot her in the foot, because like, why would you want to shoot your friend in the foot? I think what happened was, they were at Kylie's house that night, you know, drinks obviously were flowing, everyone was having a good time, maybe a little bit too much to drink. I think that there was some kind of like love triangle between Meg Thee Stallion, her best friend, and Tori, and then something must have happened in the car, either at the party, then they got to fighting in the car, and somehow he gets his gun out. You know how people do, like, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna... And then somehow she ends up with fragments of like bullets in her foot. And I think that's what happened, because the best friend and Meg Thee Stallion don't talk anymore. Why would they not talk anymore? So I think he still tried to shoot her, but not intentionally.
Tory Lanez allegedly shooting Meghan.
Tory Lanez allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, I don't really know what we're talking about here. I don't know if he's been shot. Like what year is it where someone categorically don't know where they've been shot and it's vague? I'm telling you this right now. If it comes out that Megan Thee Stallion is chatting foolishness, I want to see what the women do. I want to see what the women do. I don't know how a man can be, someone can get shot and it's even a conversation. You even got shot, you did it, didn't it? Why we getting caught? What we getting caught for? If the fact that they're getting caught, it looks a bit suspicious to me. Not gonna lie. I know man that's been shot, blood. They knew who did it straight away. And in the one way, everyone's got a camera. Where was the cameraman? They caught George Floyd. They filmed George Floyd. Where was the camera in this situation? All I'm saying is, the fact that it's going to court sounds like nonsense to me, if I'm honest. But we'll see what happens.
Allegedly. So, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, like, at the end of the day, I don't feel like a woman would, especially in such a high profile situation, would come on and lie about a situation like that. I genuinely believe that regardless of whether he shot her or not, she definitely got shot because she went to the hospital. There was a hospital report. And at the end of the day, like, again, it's just another thing where it's like the way the whole situation for me was handled. Whatever they had was between them two. But the way it was handled was just crazy. Like, the way he was speaking about her and the way people were speaking about her being a liar. I feel like Black women are the most unprotected women in the world. And when anytime anything is going on with us, it is a lie or we're doing too much. No, if she says she got shot, she got shot. I believe Meghan, I believe the Stallion. She hasn't got time to, she doesn't need to make up a lie like this. Like, and at the end of the day, you see how God has blessed her? Because she was telling the truth. Now she has got her king, she is living life. And where are you, Tori Lanez? What are you doing? What are you doing? Karma. So this is what you treat women with. Good, and stop the domestic violence. It's disgusting. Go and get therapy.
I like that. Not gonna lie. That level of toxicity is what I strive for in life. You know, me and Kanye West as a couple would be fucking fantastic because we could just up each other on the level of petty. You know, so Kim is now dating her white man. Pete Davidson or whatever. And Kanye is dating a supermodel. I don't know, he keeps changing them every other week. And now they're across the road from each other. They each flaunt their new partners in front of each other's faces. It's very toxic. I just think toxic can be a little bit sexy because you get so vexed at the person, hate them so much, and then you're gonna have great makeup sex. And it's, you know, it's a bit of spice, a bit of seasoning.
It's comedy. That's what that is. That is a brilliant idea, but it's also borderline on like, you know when they get people need restraining orders, like you know what I mean? Like,
if I had the peas, I would have done that. I can't even lie to you. Certain times, just not even to my baby mum, just certain gal in my life. So, yeah, nah. But you know what it is, honestly though. One thing I want to say is that if I did that, the internet would not have it. Like, I don't think just anyone can just buy a yard across the road from their gal. Like, that's kind of, it's a bit intrusive, you feel me? So, yeah.
All I'm saying is, if I get the bag, one of my exes, beware. One of you, I'm pulling up, and I'm moving there. Big whip outside, looking at your man every morning, 8 o'clock. Like, real talk. That is such a gangster move, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a move that I saw and I thought, Kanye's got a bit of me in him, you know? Because I wouldn't try and be like too up on them and stay at the yard every day. Like, I might just stay there Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I don't want to see what they're getting up to Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So I'll go to my other yard Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But just to keep an eye on my gal and my baby mum. Yeah, oh yeah, it's not even his gal, it's his baby mums. Yeah. I'll pull up and I'll live next door to her.
How do you react when her new partner drops her home? Are you peeping through the window? Are you looking through the window?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a real nigga, man. Sometimes I might just cry, bro. No, real nigga shit, bro. Like, I'll be upset because I'm moving there for a reason, because I want you, like. So if I see my man carrying you out the car and all this and throwing you up in the sky, because I'm a little nigga, so I'm not really throwing no one up in the sky. And these girls go for 6 foot tree, man, and all that, like the man picking you up and throwing you around. Yeah, I'm just jealous. Yeah, I'll move out. I'll buy y'all the move. Real talk.
What's that movie? The one Beyonce was in when that guy was obsessed. But then what, Kanye? Why are you gonna go and do that? Like, she's left you. It's done. Why are you gonna buy a 5-point-something million house right next to what? You wanna spy on them or something? Kanye, I don't know if something's wrong with you. All them things you're doing, leave it right now. Leave it right now. Or what kind of obsession is that? Like, the girl don't want to be with you, the marriage is done. I even see you the other day, what's it called, with 2 girls in your room or something. The thing is done, leave it, it's done. You're moving like a crazy one. Oh.
It's just the toxicity for me. It wasn't even next door. He moved in across the street. Across the street. So you're telling me that in order to co-parent well, you need to be in the house directly, not down the road, not down the side, not around the corner, not directly in front of my house when I'm there with my new man. Absolutely not.
I think everyone, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Social media is weird. It tries to make it like he's stalking his ex-wife. He's not. He's buying a house so he can be around his kids. It's as simple as that. If you can afford to do that, do that. I wouldn't do it so close because I don't want to see the ins and outs. Do you understand? But really, you do what you want.
I mean, you could have bought the house 2 miles away.
Yeah, he could have done that. But maybe, you know what? It would be sick if your kids could just walk over anytime. Like for me, my daughter's 13 now, turning 14. I can't wait. She doesn't live with me. She lives with her mum. But I can't wait till I can give her a key to my house and know that she's old enough to be able to just come at any given time and walk through the door. I mean, we'll probably have some rules, but yeah.
Kanye buying a house opposite Kim, to me, it's not a big deal. That's the mother of his kids. She has 4 of his children, yeah, his only kids. Living opposite, does it not make it easier for him to co-parent? Like, we would be chatting shit if he was living like in a whole different country away from his children. So I don't see what the problem is. And also, he's openly said he wants to get her back. So if that makes things easier for him, Kanye, go and get your woman, innit?
That's my shit, my energy, big energy. Big energy, no walls, no gates, no curtains. Everybody, just my energy. New car every other day right now. Everybody, yeah, my energy. Right opposite. Higher everybody, so I can look in on everybody. I'm on that. Yeah, don't let me get the monies. That's all.
He is the father of, her children, so proximity to his kids is important. But if I hadn't have seen him go on stage begging for her back while he was allegedly with that other girl, I would have thought that was normal, but clearly the guy's a little bit, he's obsessed with her.
People need to leave Kanye alone, okay? Kanye's not buying that house, or I know, Kanye's not buying that house just to be across Kim, to be stalking her. He's got 4 children with her, so I'm sure he bought the house across the road to be by his children. I think people play on the crazy Kanye, but I really feel like it's not for her. He's not a stalker like that. I'd like to think anyway, but I'm sure he's just there for the children. A mile away. Okay, it might be a bit too close for my liking. Me personally, I wouldn't get it that close, but I'm sure there's logical reasoning. Everyone just needs to leave Kanye alone just for a year. Just let him just chill.
Don't ever. Baby food, Dipset. You see what happened there? They showed you the difference, and this is what's gonna happen in years to come in this UK game. Mark my words. The Lock showed you the difference between talent and drip. And that night, talent beat drip. They came out with all the jewels. Jewels that talent, boom. Baby food, bro. Because when a man's mastering his craft, yeah, you can't beat me.
Dipset versus the Locks, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I went with the hype. I went with the hype, I went with the bright jeans, I went with the bling bling, I went with all of that blood, but Dipset got moved too.
Yeah, that was big for the, hip hop, not even hip hop, rap culture, because like I said, like I grew up on rap with my older brothers and stuff. To see that, people were saying, Dipset's got the bangers, Dipset. I'm thinking, yeah, Dipset's got the bangers, but them man can rap, and I'm happy that Jadakiss, Sheik Luch and Stars P showed them what the deal was. Like, they looked like a group that still performing with each other, as in Dipset come like as a one-man band. Everyone come on their own kind of swag. It wasn't like a group collectively, you get me? But D-Block was you can see that they've been performing since the jump. But yeah, that was a big one for rap in general. That was sick.
Yeah, that was the best verses to date. And do you know what? It was good to see the Locks finally get their flowers, because I feel like people had forgotten how sick they actually are. And I actually find it funny that people thought that Dipset would be able to handle the Locks. You know, the Locks is a powerhouse. You got Jada, you got Styles, you got Chic. Individually, they're all sick rappers. So yeah, I don't really know why people underestimated them. But now we know, Jada, yeah, he was sick.
Hey, Dipset. Now listen, I thought Dipset would have it, you know, like I was like, yeah, it's gotta be Dipset. But then Jada came and had this, see, Jada had an alpha male presence on that stage. Like his stock went up, and I respect it. And I think we forget how many tracks that they had. Like they have tunes, but yeah, well done to Jada.
Jada, yeah, you know what's so mad? You know when you watch the verses and then you just start listening to all the old school bangers, so it's like, I think that's what it brought back for me. It just made me go back to like old music, and also gave me a bit of time to kind of study the game a little bit. Do you know what I mean? How can you change? Because everything that's blowing now, it's already been done. It's just been modernized. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it kind of sat with me, innit? But it was good to see NOX win. So
yeah, I saw clips of that. They got smoked. The Locks won. Personally, really and truly, I'm a Dipset man, I can't lie, because I like the more flamboyant, you know, braggadocious rap. But they had a better day.
I can't even lie. When I stayed up, I stayed up for that shit. Like that was a Mayweather fight. Yeah, and I thought Cam and that was gonna smoke them, yeah? But when I saw Freaky Zeke doing that, when I saw Freaky Zeke doing up Paul Bearer, doing up, just doing up like, you know what I'm saying? Just doing up the extra Lee Sharp, you know, like that. They had Beckham, Giggs. He was doing the Lee Sharp thing and he had the whole thing. I was like, nah. And then Jada just come on the Maradona thing, and yeah, the rest is history, man.
I was one of them. You see me, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not, before they try to get me, I was one of them, man. I was like on Dipset side until the night. You know them ones. I was one of them, man. There until I saw it go down. I only switched sides like during the thing. I said, rah, I got a switch car. Jules Santana moving a little bit mad, getting shoved around. Like, I underestimated the Locks boys still, but Jada, yeah, him, that was interesting still, car. The verses thing was like heating up at that point, you get me? But that's definitely like a legendary moment in the verses, 100.
Me, I'm an AJ fan in it, yeah? So one loss doesn't mean he's out of it. Like, I feel like he's coming for a major comeback. But I did find it funny how quick so many people were to turn against him and this, that, and the other. Look, I'm not a boxer. I have no idea what it takes to train and step into that ring. So I commend anyone who can do something like that. And mark my words, AJ's coming back. He's coming back strong.
Once again, I was in my pub watching that. And I think from the first few rounds, I kind of knew something wasn't right. We live and we learn, man. He'll be all right. He's another one that's going to be all right. I think we don't like taking L's. No one does. Because when he loses, it feels like we do. But I don't think it takes away from anything. Like recently, I've been watching documentaries on great sports people, whether they're boxers, NFL players, basketballers. And I think having those negative times add to your legacy in the long run.
I gotta watch what I say because I want to interview AJ, man. Yeah, he's moving like Will now, man. The things ain't hitting the same, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Serious. I'm gonna be honest because this is for your show, and this is just me being honest. Because if I, you can tell. Do you see that I look up in the sky when I'm trying to? Now I have to be direct and be honest. Like, yeah, it's the first time anytime he's been challenged, he's been beaten. Do you get what I'm saying? And I like AJ, but I think we got into all the things of liking him for the wrong reasons, and then he's being loved for the wrong reasons. And as soon as it comes to boxing in that world, remember there's guys that ain't with the social media, they ain't with this, they ain't with the glitz and glamour, Dubai and this trip and that man them, and the U6 in the gym just doing madness. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Getting ready to thump your face off. So I don't know, man. He's still our hero. He's still our hero, like, do you get what I'm saying, to do what he done, but there is levels to boxing.
That's my baby. It was really sad for me. But listen, you win some, you lose some. It's like, it's not that deep. Like, I feel like he's accomplished so much.
It's not good for the man, them guys. You know how it is, bruv. You can't even chat to your girl when Anthony Joshua lose, bruv. Do you get me? Like, I've said it many times, bruv. We're all sharing our girl with Anthony Joshua. Let's just all be honest about it. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And every time he loses, that's like, you can't, your girl ain't chatting to you. There's no love in the home. It's peak. We can't afford my man to lose again. Do you get me? And have you not noticed it? Anthony Joshua, whenever he loses, he's got a fresh trim. But when he comes back for the return, he's like, nah, Bond the barber. You get me? You're the reason why I'm getting pumped down. You get me? He's clocked now. Now, Anthony's my family, and you know what? I see him getting them belts back.
Oh, I don't want no. Let's be real now, man. Let's be real. Bro, he tried to box a boxer instead of going for the knockout. I get it. He wanted to show people that can box. But this is my thing. Like, he lost. And it's like, people can't say, wow, my man's dead at boxing or my man's shit without people saying people are hating on him. Because, bro, footballers get it. We call footballers shit. We call footballers crap all the time. So why can't people say Anthony Joshua is shit at boxing or is dead, like, without people thinking, oh, we're hating? He lost because he tried to box a boxer. Hopefully he comes back and wins. Man's not a hater, but sometimes, bro, sometimes a man needs that. People need to know that, wow, man, them are on me. But hopefully the next fight, there's a rematch, right? Yes. Hopefully he wins the next fight. Like, I'm rooting for him, but just go straight for the knockout. Don't try to box a boxer.
It's part of being a champion. I think he's going to learn from that. I think if you're going to learn anything, you learn the most lessons from when you lose still. Do I think he's going to come back? Yeah, I think he will. He's got it in him. He's got that grit.
I reckon he joined the Illuminati.
Why?
Why? Because to join the Illuminati, you have to humiliate yourself.
He's a big guy. I don't want to talk too much, Matt. But he's losing to guys that can box. He's a bit robotic. I know boxing, innit? I'm just not on Anthony. You know what I'm saying, Anthony? Don't worry, man. I'll put on weight. But yeah, I knew it was gonna happen, man. I think he's meaty in that, like, when it gets to the upper echelons, Tyson Fury, and obviously this Usyk guy. But yeah, I'd say don't go back in there with the dude. No. No. Let Fury fight him and take it, and then try with Fury to get the mega fight. Because you rematching Usyk is not gonna be worth the. You lose that, you're Frank Bruno.
To be honest, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, I don't want people to come for me, yeah, but I just feel like he's one of the most boring heavyweight champions that we've had. Like, I'm used to, you know, like the old school heavyweights where fight night is something to be excited about. And with Anthony, I don't know, he's missing something in it. Yes, he's strong, he's big, but he's not the best heavyweight fighter that we've had in this country. If you think like Bruno, Tyson, when them fights were coming on, we were getting entertained, and I feel like Joshua's never had that. Maybe he'll get it, but yeah, I just find him pretty boring, and he was never gonna win against Fury. Fury, I don't know if anyone remembers when he fought, I don't know if it was Chisora, and he literally rose from the dead. Like, he got knocked out. Wilder. Was it Wilder? He got knocked out. Anyone else would have stayed on the floor, but he rose from the dead like after 3-4 seconds. So that guy, I don't think he can be beaten. He's a proper heavyweight. Like, I love Fury.
You sick, man. Boy, I'm one of them, man. You see me, like, I'm one of them, man. I'm like most, man, innit? Like, we don't know boxing, man, them, innit? Like, man, just see black man with muscle and just think you'll mash up everything, you get me? But then when Ruiz happened. Not even Ruiz. I think before that, I've even seen Anthony Joshua win a couple fights, and I'm looking at him like, not even to say like he's not it or anything, but like you see, like I said, I don't know boxing. Like I thought he was like the coldest thing ever. Like I thought he'd mash up anything. So when I'm seeing him losing and that, I'm thinking raw. So by the time I've seen him, he's gonna fight the Usyk brother. I seen my man's all right, innit? Like so. I was kind of thinking, I don't know. Obviously, he didn't get the win. But I like the way he handled it, though. I like the way he deals with it, man. He seems very unfazed, and you get me? There's a lot of hype surrounding him, man. A lot of hype, especially in the beginning, you get me? So to take losses and remain humble, he'll bounce back, man, definitely.
I feel like a lot of people were not turning their back, but kind of like, I don't know, making fun of him. Sports is not an easy thing, especially things like, you know, if you dedicate your life to anything like boxing, for example, like it's not easy. I just feel like with AJ, for some reason, we seem to have this thing where we only support him when he's up. And when he fails, that's when everyone's like, oh, you know, he's not good enough, blah, blah, blah. I just think, let's see what he does when he comes back.
I'm just going to ignore that he lost. He didn't win. We didn't lose in my eyes, sorry. He's still a winner for me, so I'm Team AJ. That never happened. It was just a joke.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is no shade on Anthony Joshua. I thought Anthony Joshua was just a hot guy. I didn't think he had never lost a fight.
You didn't know he was a boxer?
I knew he was a boxer, but I didn't know that he'd never lost a fight. I didn't know, like, basically I thought he was more famous because he was hot than being a good boxer. Is he? I didn't know, so I don't know. This is like, oh, rah, he's actually a good boxer.
He's a real shit. He was.
Oh, say swear! Well done, you.
I just feel like Nines, he's had a bit of a hard time. Like 3 Nines, like I love Nines.
Hard time how?
I don't know, there's always something in it with him. I just feel like there's always something going on with Nines. He just needs to be out, doing what he does best, giving us, you know, good albums and films and movies and stuff like that.
Everyone makes money, innit? And he's things that he's done in the past or what he's been doing just caught up with him. But everyone knows that Nine he don't need to do them things no more. But sometimes you just get caught up in a situation, you know. Too much money is not enough money, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, big him up, you get me. Free him when he lands more music and whatnot, back to the business. But yeah, man, it happens. That's life.
For starters, I think he's a lucky lad. For starters, I think he's lucky, and I think with Nines, I think the whole 1 foot out, 1 foot in thing has got really, I think for him, he'll be honest to say, yeah, that's got to stop now. I got to have both feet out.
Great lawyers. Great lawyers, big business, man. Happy for the man. Like man said, it's great for the brand. Even though he's got to do the time, which is sad, but he's going to come out and be the UK Jay-Z or some shit, but this is superb for the brand, but obviously free up the guy, you get me?
I mean, that's a shame when anyone going to jail. Nines is my guy, so it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's a lesson learned. He'll be all right. He'll be out soon. He'll be bigger than ever. And unfortunately, the nature of his brand, it probably adds to Nines. He's the real deal, innit? That's why we like him. So, but Nines, not again, please.
That Nine situation is incredibly unfortunate, especially after the success he just had with Crabs in a Bucket, I believe the album name is. So when I heard that, I just thought, damn. But I think what people need to remember is, just because an artist is signed and even has a #1, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are making that life-changing money. Like in interviews, the Locks had said themselves, like when they were making Badman albums, they were still pushing, you know, illegal substances. So I think people need to be a little bit understanding. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that he should, you know, continue to do so in any shape or form. But I'm just saying that just because you have this huge selling album doesn't necessarily mean your finances change overnight. I do hope that when he comes out, he can, you know, jump back on it and keep making good music.
3 9s, man. Hope he's back soon. Hope Scraps is back. Hope the people them's back soon.
Well, he'll be back out very, very soon, making great music. Can't wait.
Virgil Abloh's passing was mad. It kind of obviously reminded me of Chadwick Boseman as well, where black men are going through things quietly. We're catching on to kind of things a little bit late when it comes to prostate cancer, when it comes to cancer in general, when it comes to just even getting ourselves checked out. You know, we're talking about COVID now and people not even knowing if they're high risk. Some people are walking around don't even know what they got. Especially black men. We're not going to hospital until our leg falls off, fam. Yeah, a man has to have his leg on his arm, on his shoulder, hopping into the... That's when we're like, right, I've got a problem. Like, do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's sad that he passed. It's sad that it was, you know, this really evil disease that no one's found a real cure for yet. But for me, it's just another message, man. You know, he was young, man. He was young. And it's funny how people call you old when you hit 40, but when you die, you're young.
Inspiration, so many.
It's a pillar for the black community, especially in the fashion world, and he used to always reach out. As from the music side, where I used to see him a lot, Yules used to reach out to upcoming artists, big artists, used to put them on. Like, look at the big thing he done for Under T for the fashion.
Even for our artists, DXVL.
DXVL.
Put them on his playlist and that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Russ, he used to, like, he's done a lot for Russ, do you know what I mean? He's done a lot for a lot of artists, like, so to see him pass away was, like, it was quite sad, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, he's still so young, so, like, to just go like that was very devastating, and especially when you have such an impact on black culture and have done so much for black culture and helped so many people. When he died, you saw how many people were like reposting about what he had done for them in their lives, and it was just like very sad to see him, I guess, go, especially at a time like now.
That was so random, like so random. Even to this day, I don't even think like, oh my goodness, like he's dead. That's crazy, but I think he left an amazing legacy, 100%. His legacy is, he's a pioneer. I hear that, you know, they might be trying to get Kanye in place, who knows, but I hope that they keep his legacy alive.
Boy, once again, tragic. Someone that's shifted culture and shaped it to where we are today. Like, and even when I talk about that braveness, that when I was talking about Fumez and stuff, I remember seeing Kanye, Virgil, Don C, all of them at like the Paris Fashion Week with their briefcases and their gloves and suits. At the time, looking mad kinky. But to know that all of those minds were together, creating the future and are now, to the point that he built a huge brand in Off-White and then became the lead designer or creative director of arguably the biggest fashion brand in history as a black man. Oh, yeah, that's a legend there, isn't it? I mean, and it makes you, because he's young, it makes you reflect on life, especially as we get a bit older, and just think you have to live your life to the fullest. You just have to do every day, because any day could be your last.
Oh yeah, man. R.I.P. Virgil, man. Sad one, man. Sad one. My man Kanye was speaking about him in that interview, and then the next you heard of my man, he passed. So sad. Innovator in the fashion thing, you get me? Black man selling all kind of mad price t-shirt. But yeah, R.I.P. Virgil, definitely.
Yeah, R.I.P. Virgil. All I can say about that is I didn't realise how much he had actually done until he had passed. So yeah, my bad, I guess. Like, you've got to give people their roses while they're here, innit? So I didn't really know he'd achieved that much.
Oh, that was sad. Now, you know, I think Virgil is someone that is just known in our culture for pushing boundaries and just really elevating fashion, not just for black people, but fashion in general. So when I heard he passed, I was like, man, rest in peace. A pioneer, gone too soon, but hopefully what he has started will ignite future generations to continue pushing the boundaries when it comes to fashion and other things too.
I think Sis should have gone with the original offer. To be honest, I don't feel no ways about this whole divorce thing. Like the guy, as much of a genius as he is, he's a genius, but he hasn't exactly got the best track record when it comes to women. I'm not saying that, you know, he deserves to be fleeced, but I just feel like you make your bed, you lie in it.
I personally feel that if she was there from the beginning, then she deserves all the coins that she can get, because all them nights when he's grinding in the studio, like, you know, she was there by his side, I'm sure. Even if she was at home, like, she was still feeling the impact, and she was there while he was getting bigger, I'm sure, as a moral support. So, sis, collect your coins.
You do your thing, girl. You collect them coins.
City girls up. No. Yeah, he's got the money. He's worth nearly, what is it, 800 million? That's nearly $1 billion, right? And they weren't just together for like 2 or 3 years. Wasn't it like 20 something years? So absolutely she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it, because what you got to remember, right? For him to be successful, fair enough, she might not have been there in the studio twiddling the buttons, but she, you know, she was at home cooking the meal. She was giving him peace when he was running the streets and doing what he needs to do to be Dr. Dre. So I think because of that, she absolutely deserves it. Good for her.
And Dr. Dre's worth $1 billion. He got off kind of easy, didn't he? 100 M's, yeah. And she got a come up where, because I saw her and I thought, yeah, you don't want Dre. So she's got 100 M's and a new man. Yeah, she's laughing. But yeah, man, I think it's watch out. That's what I tell people, boy. Forget that girl that wants you for whatever. Make sure she's there for the love, bro. Because even when she leaves, she might just leave with her love. Like, you get what I'm saying? These girls are trying to leave with your shit. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I think that was just like the Dole thing, just like the Bobby Shmurda coming out of prison. All of these things, bro, because they're with big artists, is everyone could take a little something from it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like, watch out, boy, because that £1,600 in your account could be 8 bills. Yeah, serious, bro, from the smallest to the biggest.
How long was they married for?
Not sure.
They was married for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so she invested into this man. She, you know, she helped this man. She probably helped make him what he is. Listen, behind every strong man is a good woman. So a lot of his successes, you know, mentally and emotionally, how do you not know what that woman has invested in him, that if she didn't do that, he wouldn't even be able to accomplish the things that he has accomplished? Of course he owes her the money.
I'd have moved to Mexico. I'm not paying no one nothing. You've been with me for, and what, I got 100 M's for what? I need it explained. And then we're gonna, no, I'm not paying it, I'm running. How much bread is that, Jacken? Not doing it. Not giving no one, nothing. I'm running. Money gone, everybody. Everybody gone. I'm living in a car. Put the money in the pit of them new. Some to Mac. Everybody. No, 100 million. No. Mm-mm.
Incredible. Like, I mean, I've seen the journey close up for a very long time. And he's another guy, I think, because of this fast food culture we have, people try and count you out. You'll see Davido have a great year, you'll see Burna have a great year. And people did try to count out Wiz. He was chilling, and then you just go, get your head down, make a great body of music, album was incredible, and then you reap the rewards of that. So it's good to see that good music can still win, and just being great You know, like being a great musician can take you to the highest of heights.
Crazy. Just for African artists to come to Europe, come to the UK, do that. It just, again, it's just certain levels. I think just us as a people, we just made so much progress. Obviously, yes, there is negative and that, but again, it's just another black brother just setting trends, man. It's crazy still.
Especially because he's Nigerian as well. Do you know what I mean? That's massive. Especially if you watch Wizkid's journey, from where he's come from, do you know what I mean? So I always tell artists, like when they come out, say, look at Wizkid, he sold, or they tell me how artists are sold. So I always say, go back to where they started so you can actually see how they grinded, see what they sacrificed. Do you know what I mean? And that makes you appreciate them even more. And makes you, if you're an artist, makes you think, raw, like, I've already done this, or I need to work to do this. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
And he's Nigerian, so.
Yeah.
It was dead. I went looking for a husband and it was very dead. There was no one sexy, all of them were children, so. I didn't go for Wizkid, unfortunately, but he's obviously doing his thing, big up Wizkid.
3 nights in a row, man. That's why COVID's back, bro. Because one of the nights, no, I'm telling you, one of the nights was Filthy was on the same night, Filthy live at the Cineworld in the O2. And there's just so much people, bro, in no clothes, bruv, gal in little piece of something, little piece of clothes. And then getting on the bus, waiting on the big bus station, North Greenwich or whatever them call it. But yeah, so big up Wizkid, but he's the reason that COVID has returned to the UK.
I went down there to one of the nights and it was just a moment to kind of just be like, do you know what, look how far Africa's come, man, do you know what I mean? And just the demand, before he even put them dates up, when he just done one date, people was going mad, losing their mind. I was in LA as well last year, and people were telling me about the concert that he was doing there as well in America, and seeing where people like him have taken Afrobeats is just phenomenal. And now Afrobeats is spawning like Amapiano and all these other African subgenres, you know what I mean? And it's just beautiful. And being in the era that I grew up in where being African was a secret until your mum came into parents' evening with the whole, with the whole get you get me? Like, them lies gonna work no more, bloody work more from Barbados at parents' evening, fam, you get me? We've come a long way where, and I've seen it in so many different like ways, like even the UK, the average song that you hear in the UK, Whip now is a UK track. You know, talk to people like Black Twang and Iceberg Slim back in the day, that weren't the case, the shit I'm trying to say, and you know, Roots Maneuver, that weren't the case, it was all American. You know, when you start to love your own thing, everyone else loves it.
Weezy, do you know, I'm not surprised. Afrobeats has long been accepted in the UK. Afrobeats has long been celebrated in the UK. When I say long, I do mean the last, 10 years or so. So I'm not surprised that he sold out. I think it's a huge deal because there's some rap artists that can't even do that. So congratulations to Wiz. I hope that Afrobeats continues to rise and more Afrobeat artists sell out the O2.
Yeah, man, he affected ourselves. We was in there at the same time, with the Filthy Fellas. But yeah, we got the little, the little reverb. Yeah, after party, the gal did big up Wizkid. Fat pussy gal did pull-ups. Like, it was lit, man. Big up, man, for the culture.
Hey, that one there, I went to 2 nights. That one there was special, man. Special, especially, like, it's big for Africa. Like, someone from Africa, Wizkid, selling out 3 nights in a row. Drake done what? Drake done 3 nights, innit? 3 nights. It's just amazing. It's it's amazing for Africa, man. Like, you see how far Africa's come. Like, the music in general, back in the days, we was all listening to Bashment. We wasn't really listening to, African music like that. But to see where Afrobeats has come, it's come a long way. And I'm just happy for Africa and I'm happy for Wiz. And hopefully this gives everyone back home and, around London, whatever part of the world they're in, to, go hard in music because you never know how far your music will take you.
Oh, I love that for him. I actually do. Being Nigerian myself, I am so happy that our music is finally getting the recognition that we finally deserve. Because for the longest, it's always been like American hip hop, like Caribbean music, and now the Africans are having their time to shine. He's actually a rock star. But I didn't need to see everybody's stories every day, the same thing. Like, I don't need to see Essence 5 times an hour. Like, it's not needed.
Oh my God, what a banger. That's really all I'm gonna say. It was just a banger. I feel like, again, it just shows that music is a universal type of love for people, no matter your race, your creed, whatever. Music can bring people together. It's kind of like football. It brings the world together, and that's why I love music so much. And that song just showed like nobody had ever listened, I feel, or a song that I know of had ever really trended like that. From Somalia. It was Somalia, right? The song's from Somalia, and I've never heard a Somalian song that I was like, oh my God, that was a banger. And before I even knew where it was from, I heard it and thought it was a banger. So I just like appreciate good music, and I'm so glad that certain platforms like TikTok and that are bringing all types of music from all around the world to people's light and letting people have appreciation for all different cultures. So let's hear some more Somali music, because if it sounds like that, I'm very much here for it.
The Habibi song was quite funny. I didn't really catch on to it until V Brown done probably the funniest video of 2021, where she was dancing to the song. I'm not really too on the whole trends and all that other stuff when it comes to TikTok and all that. But V Brown made that song a stayer in my head for sure, man. Big up to her.
Hey! Now, bigger up, what's her name? Nimco. Hey, bigger up, you know. You know what? See, like, there's a tune every year that comes along and it just takes off. And I heard she wanted to quit music or something like that. And then this tune was just getting played and that. Then a couple people picked it up, a couple influencers picked it up, TikTok picked it up, and it blew. Like, bigger up, man. Hope she makes more music, man. Bigger up, man.
Yeah, that song was, do you know what's mad? I thought that was a meme. I thought that was a meme at first. I didn't actually know it was a song, but it was good. And it was a good song from the UK. I think Munyo, yeah, from Ireland. I think they signed it, so it was good for that to be pushed. But it just shows that from TikTok you can just blow. So it's like, she's all across the world. That could have changed her life. I don't know what the situation there is, but it's just good that, you know, I hope she gets her credit, she gets her bread from that.
Yeah, I love that song. But the problem with these little TikToks and they only play that little bit that you actually like. Then the rest of the song's kind of shit. So, but that little section there, cold. Even you want to bam, you want to chill with cold, the rest of it, trash. There's so many of these little songs and the rest is trash.
Habibi song, man. Big up the auntie, man. I like that, man. I like the organicness of how that come about. You get me? This TikTok thing. I think a lot of people with the TikTok thing, like, things will blow up for them and they don't get the recognition. Like, man, never know who they are. They never get the dough. But from what I've seen, she's dead there. You get me, with her little sideburns and that, making her, yeah, man. Big up auntie, man.
I can't stand that song, I can't lie. Maybe I'm the minority, but yeah, she's doing her thing. I guess I need to get on TikTok and release a jam because, yeah, she's living large now.
That's it. And I love you more than my life. I don't even know the words. But it's a vibe though. I like it. I didn't, because like Somalia is like a Muslim country, I didn't think they had music, but I like it.
Listen, big shout out to Auntie. I hope she collects every single coin that she can. The thing about that song is the second you hear it, it just makes you happy. Like, I don't know anyone who doesn't like it. And I love you more. No, big respect to Auntie. Collect the coins. I just love the fact that the song was so old and TikTok brought it back and then she signed the deal. Auntie, represent. We love it.
That song literally had some kind of like spiritual bondage on me and everybody else. Like, it was just so catchy. I just loved that Auntie got her moment. That song, yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy for her. I heard she got married, so congratulations.
I think it was by that woman called Nimco, and Nimco is a beautiful woman, and I'm so happy for her success. But that song was everywhere, and then people started doing remixes upon remixes, and it just got irritating. But for me, when a song gets rinsed out too much and every time I go on social, I hear the song and then now you're playing it in raves. But I'm happy that, like, you know, it was a Somali song that was blowing up. I don't really hear Somali music, so it was nice to hear music other than just, because you know when it comes to like African music especially, it's just Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, South Africa. So it's nice to see other countries have their songs blow up too, but that song got on my last tits, mate. It was too much.
Yeah, it was great, but I do think like it was just a bit, I think it just, I don't get why it went so viral, in my opinion. I'm not saying it wasn't a good song, but it went so viral. I was like, maybe obviously there's just something I'm missing, but it was a good song though. It was a good
song. That is a whip, man. You see what? Listen, light skin girl is the devil. See what they did to the boy? They just make him leave the crown, you know. What type of skullduggery is going on? Brother, left his title, he's just Harry now. He's just Harry, innit? Even though his second name is just Harry. It's just like, what Harry? Harry Kane? You know what I'm saying? Harry Styles? No, Harry, man. You get me? Prince William's brother. Yeah, I think he fucked up, man. I don't know.
I remember watching it. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I think she's stunning. I really like Prince Harry. I don't love the fact that he married an American. I don't know, it just really irritates me. I just wish he married someone British. I feel like I'm one of the only black people in the UK who doesn't like co-sign that relationship fully. I would have rather he married a British girl. I can't lie to you, from East London or something. I just would have rather. So I'm not fully into their relationship.
But like I said, but we've been knowing that since the Princess Diana days, so it's nothing new. So why people, when they get together, people say, oh, royal family, but we know this since Princess Diana days.
I think the interview isn't something you like to see as a person with a family. You don't want to see people's family business out there on TV and in the newspapers and all the rest, but I understood that they had to defend themselves and their reputation in comparison to what the British media were putting out. And obviously we got some insight into how things worked in the family. I don't think many people were surprised, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But stuff happens in every family, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. The whole family sat down and watched that popcorn. It just shows that the establishment is rigged and tapped. But yeah, like every family has its little internal politics. I think it's just a bigger thing because they're in the public eye, they're royals, innit? But I do feel like how they dealt with them is just absolutely wrong. But can't dwell on it, innit? Let's just move on. They're moving on as well, so.
It was bound to happen, man. It was gonna happen. Like, I just think it's better for them that it's not a black man. Because imagine, like, say Prince Harry was a Princess Harriet now, and Meghan Markle was a Marcus. Yo, trust me, it's okay, royal family. Because if it was the other way around, trust me, no interview, no nothing. They're outside, they're in the dance, they're my man's Rolly, rap videos. Man them can't enter the royal family. So you can't, so for Meghan to just tiptoe in there and just move like a white person, really, and then still get rubbed out like that, she says it all, you get me? This country, like, no matter how you move, and that's the whitest black person they can find, you know, to be a black person. And then she's still too black. You get me? It's hearing, oh, what's the youth gonna be and that. Like it's gonna be a new species. So yeah, man. I'm not.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview Oprah.
Big. You're an interviewer, I'm an interviewer. And we've got to do a million interviews. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you're the GOAT of all GOATs, you do one. And it would just knocked everyone out of the park. I think that interview was dope. I think what I got from it was same like Will, boy. Harry's just another Will, like just running after his gal, bro. Yeah, when you check it, yeah, Harry is a Will. And it just shows you men on any level, once the woman's right and the love's right, man will follow a woman to America. Man will stop being a prince, like, so to speak. Man will stop being a prince, man will drop my kingship, everything, bro. Leave home for a gal, like. And it's just, when you put it down to something as small as that, that's all it is, you know? It's just a man following his woman, bro. Man do it daily. Do you get what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think good on him, bro, because Harry's always been like the black man's favourite. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, big up to both of them.
Brother, big ups to her, man. Big ups to her. I think I've always said that Harry's always been the kind of normal. We've always related to Harry like one of the man them. He's been a bit wayward, he's been a bit left. He doesn't conform to like, you know, the monarchy and the rules and all the other stuff. And most people in the world can relate to that kind of human being. We can't relate to people who have been sheltered. So him doing that kind of normalised him a little bit for us to see that he's gone with Meghan Markle as his wife and, you know, mother of his children now. He's got 2 now. And moving to LA it's lit, bro. Like, and I feel like that's the way the world's going. The world's always is moving into the average person.
I just, again, black women, most unprotected women in the world. I feel like even when you're at, I guess, the highest point in society in the UK, you still are targeted, you still are not good enough. And I'm so happy that they did that interview with Oprah and that they, you know, told the truth. Like, I'm so glad that they wasn't scared to do that. And it reminds me a lot of like his mom, Diana, and like some of her truths that she had. That interview kind of reminded me of the same thing. And I think it's so ironic that like after so much time, another princess, I guess, so to speak, is in that situation.
It's sad, isn't it, I guess? I mean, she's not really fully black. She's half black and she's still too black for the royal family. But is anyone surprised? I'm a bit scared of the firm. I don't know who they are. But yeah, the firm, they're a bit dodgy from what Meghan says. So yeah.
You know what, right? So I actually like Meghan Markle. I used to watch Suits, so that's why I used to watch from them days. The interview with Oprah, you know what, my friend, speak your truth, innit? Let them not be silent. Was she silent or silenced? See that to this day, that line, yeah, it gets to me. But I don't blame them for doing it. It was nice to see that Harry was there supporting her. I believe what she says, you know, I do feel there definitely is, you know, the UK, the institution is run through the institutions over here. Was it a bit sensationalized? Definitely. But sometimes you have to get a bit sensational to get your point across. So hopefully those two can live their happily ever after in the States.
Oh, I love Lil Nas X. I have nothing bad to say about him. I thought, don't get me wrong, I thought like he went a little bit far when he had like biblical references in his music video. However, I do think that sometimes people forget how old he is. Lil Nas X is a baby. He's like, I think he might be 20 now, but at the time he was like 19. Like, he's a baby. So I think like some of the stuff he does is just immaturity. I don't think Lil Nas X is a nasty, vile, like devil worshipper. I just think he made mistakes due to his age. So I think he's a sweet boy. And also, okay, obviously now, I've forgiven my op, but also he beat my op when he was trying to go to #1. So I love him even more because of that. At that time, it wasn't squashed yet. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've seen rappers in videos with guns, so a man dressed up as a devil, we're gonna go crazy about that. Like, I've seen man with real life guns. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So we need to. I think people just, he did it, and then you watch a video with a man with guns shooting him in the air and rapping, and you be like, yeah, my guy, and it doesn't even move you. But that a man dressed up as a devil moves you. Yeah, everyone's just everyone's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I just seem to be a bit different and strange.
I really wish you guys would have come to talk to me about paganic subjects because I very much believed in God. Lil Nas is a creative, okay? So he's gonna do what he wants to do. But there's certain things I'm not gonna be entertaining because I love my life and I love the Lord. And as far as I'm concerned, Lil Nas, if you worship a next person, that's up to you. Bobby, please, let's move along because...
Religion is a way of life for people, innit? So it's like, you're going against that rule book and you're doing it in the most derogatory way. Do you know what I mean? So I guess at the same time, he's using that as marketing fuel, innit? That's what I think.
When I saw the Devil Trainers was it for me.
I just think again, man, it's all about delivery, and you got to remember that there's another audience that ain't got the same like grown up mind. So the way they take it, they'll just take it as like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. And I think you just got to be wary on who's watching your stuff, innit?
Do you know what the maddest thing is? I actually like the song. Call Me By Your Name. I actually like the song, right? But when I watched the video, I couldn't watch the whole thing. Like, he didn't need to do that. He didn't need to go that far with it. The only thing I will say, though, is when it comes to sexuality and nakedness and provocativeness, females have been doing this for a long time, right? And I'm not saying that I love seeing females be provocative because I personally don't love seeing it either. But was the outrage because he was gay and it was men on men? Or was the outrage because it was sexual? Like, that's the only thing I'm just like, what was the outrage about? And like I said, unfortunately, I like the song, so.
Lil Nas, I like him. Like, I genuinely feel like he's a fun, nice person. But that video really scared me, and I'm not gonna lie, it was just hella demonic. Like, I watched it once and never watched it again. But I like Lil Nas. He seems like his vibes, and I do love his energy. But that video specifically, no. I'm an African child from an African Christian background, so that to me was just too much.
DMX's death was a hard one, man. I remember listening to his music where was I? I was in Minnesota. Don't ask me what I was doing there, but yeah. But I was in Minnesota, and that's when I first heard DMX. What Type of Games being played, How's It Going Down? That song there, that was the first song I heard from DMX. And that's when I was like, rah, like, it felt like a new Tupac at the time. I also hosted a MOBO Awards where I was doing like the warm-up for the awards, just when I was new in comedy. And it was at the Royal Albert Hall, and I've also seen the other side of DMX where the drugs were kind of taking its toll and he was moving mad backstage and it was quite aggressive. Yeah, he was just kind of like an honest soul. And I think an honest soul is somebody who expresses themselves in various different ways. I think God's given us all the emotions, and we're not going to get off this planet until we use all of them.
That one there is a tough one, you know, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, bro, for my brothers and all that back in the days, listening to like Rough Riders and, you know, all these rappers and all these things, DMX was one of the main guys, man. And you get me, he's an icon. Like, he's def, you know, when, even if the miles away, but it still felt close because I've been listening to him since I was young, and that one there really touched, man. God bless his soul, man. May he rest in peace, man. That one there with DMX, big miss, man.
Right. DMX's album, you know, like, my first two tapes were Ragga something and Reggae Hits Volume 16 or something, yeah? And I never really cared for rap. Then my friend tried to give me Wu-Tang, but that was just too, it was like, I wasn't fucking with it. Then he gave me DMX. Now, for anyone who don't know, I got a scholarship to private school, but I'm still living on ends. So I'm going to school looking like a private school kid going through the ends. So when I used to put DMX on now, I felt like no one could touch me. I go anywhere I want. So DMX means a lot to me. And obviously there's always tragedy and death, but there's a bit of a like, I think there's lessons for all of us to be learned in the way he lived his life. It was a bit too much. I don't know, he lived life on the edge. So yeah, I think we can learn from that, but it's tragic, man. That's my guy.
Oh, R.I.P. DMX. Like when I was young, yeah, you see Party Up to this day, I know the lyrics. Hey, don't even let me start spitting right now because I feel like doing it. But his music had such a big impact on me as a youngster. Like I wanted to be a rapper at one point, and it's a shame because I don't think he had the right people in his life around him, especially in the later years. And I know he tried to, you know, get better and he had stints in rehab and stuff like that. But he is a legend that is gone too soon. And oh man, R.I.P. DMX. All right. The thing about Noel Clarke, what I'm gonna say is the thing about the industry is that there was a long time where things that were not right were accepted. There is a long history, especially in, you know, the entertainment, so movies and music, where people in power have been acting inappropriately, but people let things slide. So I don't know about his situation. I don't know if he did it or not. There was a lot of people that have come out against him. But my point with him is the same point with R. Kelly. If we're gonna go for one, we need to go for all of them. We can't just pick and choose, oh no, let's go for the black man, you know, and forget other people because people have been doing fuckery for a very long time.
Go away, Noel Clarke, man. I DM'd you a long time ago, man. You idiot. Good. And no, because that just comes to my chest. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because I've always thought, like, I'm team Adam Deacon anyway. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And this was like years ago. People say, oh, Tricky, you DM'd it? Yeah, years ago.
Boy, I posted up one meme of him, boy. To meme I posted up of the man there, boy. If what he's, boy. I know he did it. I reckon he did it. I reckon he did it, man. He looks like he plays that angry role too good. So I'm not judge, jury, and executioner, but if he did it, fire. You get me?
And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to judge a guy. And people might judge me by looking at me, but you can tell. Look at my eyes right now. I don't look like a guy that will do these sort of things. Like Noel does. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Quietly, Noel. If you look, go and look at a Noel Clarke picture right now and say, "Oh, fucking hell, he's guilty, isn't he?" Like, you'll be, yeah. The more I think about it, yeah. But I just think, I think we've got to make. All jokes aside, I think we've got to be careful with how we just cancel people like that without knowing both sides of the story or knowing the truth. But yeah, I haven't heard too many good things about this guy anyway. Like, to be real, and that's just me. I've never met him. Like, we'll probably never meet now. Like, but yeah, big up, man, big up.
Boy, I met Adam Deacon the other day, you know, and that's my guy. I always believed him. I've been waiting for someone to ask me about Noel Clarke. I want to just come out and talk about a man, car. Not worth it, you get me, them weirdo type of man. Cause you see them you see me, I'm a man, I watch things, you know, I watch things. You see Kid Upwood, the way he's gripping up the gal, I see it, it's too real. It's not acting. There's something, like, if you was to get me to be a teacher in a film, I'm gonna have to act. If you say go be a youth in a tracksuit from the block, I'm just gonna go there and just be myself. And he was himself in certain situations. Man, I thought it is what it is. It's happened with other actors. With other actors who've been the bad guy in the film and you find out, raw, it was real. For him, it was, yeah, so I'm not, fuck my man, innit? Simple.
Yeah, I think he deserves to be cancelled, to be honest. Like, I quite like Adam. Is it Adam Deacon? And I feel like, yeah, everyone thought he was mad for years, innit? And I just think, yeah, no, he deserves to be cancelled. He's clearly not right. I swear wasn't he the producer of the film? and he put himself in them roles to be like sexing with the women and doing all of that. So yeah, he's just a bit of a weirdo, unfortunately.
Let me tell you something, I didn't like him in kidulthood. You're not. I really, 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 really didn't like him in kidulthood. And I believe Adam. I believe him. He looks like a bully.
Noel Clarke is, whoa, that was heavy, boy. That was heavy, man. My phone was going off on that one. It's sad that when a moment happens, all these other stories seem to come out. This shit I'm trying to say. And you don't know, that's when you don't know what's truthful, you don't know what's, people are just jumping in on. In this business, man, you ain't gonna make a lot of people happy, right, by the decisions that you make, but at the same time, it's like, those people that don't like you want to chime in and they want to say what they're gonna say. I just glad that the women felt confident enough to come out and say their truth, and we'll just see what happens, you see what I'm trying to say, because we can't have that kind of behavior in this business. This shit I'm trying to say, there's no place for it. But hey, let's see what happens.
Why did I laugh? That's disrespectful. I shouldn't have laughed. Alpo is a dodgy guy. He's a dodgy guy, but the funny thing is, you like him. And there's always a guy on the ends that's dodgy and you like him. Like there's men that I've had real beef with. And then I've seen, man, I'll be like, boy, we're in Dubai. And he's like, you know we ain't got a problem though, Fresh. And I'm like, we don't. It's not personal. It's just business. And there's men like that. It's just, some guys are slimy. And when their day comes, his day come, but he's kind of likable. I can't lie. I mean, he's off key, like whatever. It's just, it is what it is.
Another example, bro. As I'm gonna say, I'm gonna keep saying another example. It's just like an example of, like, same thing that I go through sometimes. Like, I try and forget certain things, but people don't. Do you get what I'm saying? So, saying like with Alpo, like, yeah, you might try and forget that you snitched, but people don't. I remember these people that you may have killed about 25, 30 years ago, they have sons that are like 25, 30 now. You get what I'm saying? They have nephews, they have cousins, they have all of this. And the one thing he done is, people don't mind, especially even in UK now, we don't mind, people, I feel, because seeing a whole lot of snitches on Instagram, people don't mind snitches, just don't push it in our face. So with him, he come out, fur coat and this, he wasn't trying to be discreet, so it's an example, man. If you're gonna snitch, fucking piss off and move far or something like, and go and chill out, man. You made your bed, lie in it, but don't come out and try and live this life, because that's when people will get annoyed. But yeah, it's another example, boy. Like, one, don't snitch, and two, if you do, there's gonna be repercussions, no matter how long it is. So, yeah.
Bro, that one there is a techie one. You see, like, how you, he killed Rich Paul, right? Yeah. How are you gonna go and kill your best friend on a block that probably, he's not dumb, he's been in jail, so he knows probably there was words on the road, like, when my man lands, we're gonna get him. How could he be so, like, you're a snitch plus he's a rat, right? So how could you come back to the hood where you killed your own friend and you've been ratting on people and come back and riding, like, your bikes and that, thinking everything was calm? Like, what, you think because you was a bad boy back in the days? These days, I don't know who took him down, but these days youngsters don't care who he was back in the days or back in the 80s or 90s. Whoa, they heard you're a rat, you killed Rich Porter. Certain people, they got that, what's that called? They've been waiting for you for time to come out and you think you can still roll around in the ends like that. That was a bit, like, big-headed, and it was egotistic from him thinking, rah, I'm still the man after you've done all them things to still chill on the ends like that. Because people are out to get you, and that's how it is sometimes. If you lived by that life, you die by that life, and it's sad to say, but bro, it happens, you get me?
I don't even like to talk bad on the dead, you get me? But he killed many men, you get me? And glorified it. But just like Fresh said, my man's super likable, you get it? He's super funny and shit. He would probably bodied me, You know what I'm saying? I know he's bodied 100 man, he'll just phone me on something. Yo, so you on, baby? We got some holes. I know to turn up and got wigged. Like, he's a likable guy, like, it's mad. Shit happens, man, you know what I'm saying? God moves in mysterious ways and the devil moves in mysterious ways. I reckon they teamed up on this one and took him out. You know what I'm saying?
Alpo being killed, you see me, I'm one of them conspiracy, man. I think he faked his death still. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead, man.
No?
Yeah, I saw one of them YouTube videos, one of them 13-minute Jones, and yeah, convinced, man, still. I don't think has people been arrested in that? See, there you go. Faked his death. He's a snitch, bruv. He's a government. He deals with he's got the mad, he probably violated his, what do you call it?
Parole.
Nah, not even parole. What do you have, like the public protection? Like when you come out, you get me? So he probably violated that. They probably said, nah, man, you're like, it's gonna happen to you. So just go live in this island in Cuba or something. And yeah, that's where he is, man. Alpo ain't dead, man. I'm not an idiot.
That was hilarious. I just feel like that whole Gorilla Glue situation is like a symptom of how dumb we are. But it's just so funny that story took hold of the world for like 2 weeks, and they were like rushing around to find someone, like the first person that'd be able to free this woman's head. Yeah, I'm sure if anyone bought stocks for Gorilla Glue that week, I'm sure you did well.
You know, when I saw that Gorilla Glue girl, yeah, I just thought, stupid American. I just feel like Americans will do anything for clout. I think it's very, very, I thought she was stupid, yeah? She put glue in her hair. She knew what she was doing. She then got like free surgery to remove it. She then tried to release a song. Listen, they're hustlers, isn't it? I respect them for it, but I didn't feel sorry for her. She knew, she's a grown ass woman. She knew exactly what she was doing, and I hope she's got what she wanted out of it.
That situation, I don't know if she was drunk, high, but it wasn't even, it literally says like you apply it on wood, on metal, and I don't care. I feel like when you pick up products, especially as black women, when you pick up products for your hair, you read the back because you don't want to do anything wrong to your hair. So a part of me feels like it was all just for a stunt and then it went left. So I genuinely feel like she needed help at the end, but I refuse to believe she picked up a thing that's for metal and then put it on her head. That was just nah.
Gorilla Glue girl. I think what happened to her was obviously unfortunate. However, I feel like all the clout and attention she got, I think she got verified off it. She got like 500,000 followers off it. Like, big up you, you know. I think if you can blow anyhow, do it. And then I think she started like a hairline or something to do with hair. But the only thing with the Gorilla Glue girl is when things quieted down recently, she tried to do another scandal where her hair was falling out. And everyone was like, girl. And it didn't go as viral because no one believed it. But I have nothing to say. Obviously, it was silly and that, but I'm sure she made a bit of coin from that. Like I said, she started a hairline and stuff, and she probably had interviews. So yeah, do you, sis. I don't really judge. I don't think she did it on purpose. I'm not insinuating that she did it on purpose, but I'm just saying when you have what's that saying? You know, when you've got an L and then you turn it into a W. That's what she did. So go you.
This is the thing, ladies. If you don't know how to do hair, just go to the hairstylist. Go and pay your money, because what was that? That was a catastrophe. I don't know. Like, Gorilla Glue, just for the purposes, it's like a brand, isn't it? But they have actual glue and then they have like actual hairline. So she used the wrong one and it was a bit of a madness. But yeah, I don't know what I would have done if my edges went away like that. It was really terrible. But I feel like it was good for her at the same time. She learned a lesson. She got a couple of followers. But the lesson from that, ladies, is to go to the hairstylist. I know they're expensive. I know they got a lot of rules on their website, but it's better than losing your edges.
I don't know. Like, who told her to go on? Like, Who told you to go? Surely you can read, like a big woman like you normally do your hair, you get Brazilian, Peruvian, all these things, you're gonna put Gorilla Glue on your hair. It's your own fault. And now you're coming in and start crying, and now she's blown up or something. How many followers she got?
She's got hella followers, man.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Now, this is your opportunity to go and do your own kind of glue. And you get me? Now start selling you know what I'm trying to say? Make a brand now, Gorilla Glue thing, but make your own glue now for hairs. So you get me? Start selling it. Your own products in that.
Yeah, that was good. Sometimes I can't believe stuff is real, do you know that? It's real. It was another great moment for 2021.
Stupidity. Absolute stupidity. Stupidity. Come on, man. You see me, like, I don't even like saying it because you're just like this, Sometimes, the other sex is stupid. Like, this thing can hold a car bonnet up. Like, what? You can put your car bonnet on with Gorilla Glue. It says it on there, facts. Yeah, it says can stick your car bonnet. Why are you putting that in there? Come on, sis, man. Like, come on.
I'm still unsure if that was real or not, to be honest. I just don't know how she could make such a mistake. And also, in the black hair shops, I've never seen Gorilla Glue, so I don't know how that all happened. But yeah, it was peak for her. She had to have an operation. But she's rich now, isn't she? Like, she's rich.
Yeah, she's too fast. Yeah, and then I swear, the only thing that didn't sit right with me is that the black doctor offered her treatment first, but she didn't want it from the black doctor. She wanted it from the white doctor. I just think, that the whole Tion situation is just annoying. I just think that, she was in the right, innit? Like, obviously, if you feel like somebody owes you money, especially a man who you was in love with, you wouldn't want to get your money back, innit? But I just feel like the way she went about it, it was just too much. It was just, there's other ways to skin a cat, you know. You could have put that man on Grindr and you could have had him there as Tion with the 9. Talking about, I can't fight a nigga. There's other things you can do. But the way how you was talking about it, like, surely you made that money back in content. Like, surely. But anyway, like, he's paid the debt now. Hopefully he can just make her sign a gagging order so that nobody has to hear about this going into 2022, because even I am traumatized by this situation at this point.
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be so honest. The whole situation when it first happened, I was like, Lani, why are you coming and disgracing yourself in public like this? But then, as you know, the story came out more, and it's only as of recent, before he paid, that she fully expressed everything. But even before that, like, in the beginning, I genuinely thought she was just being a bird and she was just moving mad. But then, as the story unfolded, then I was like, okay, like, Tion, just give her the money, because all of this, it was just dragging and dragging and dragging. There were songs out. He would then sometimes drop a video or responding or whatever. She would then come again with more ammo. It just got really draining. Even for me, just seeing those two names together was irritating me. But like, as the story, unfolded more, I actually felt so sorry for Lani. And I felt like in the beginning, I was like, because me personally, I would never come to social media and like express or expose myself with that kind of stuff. But that was just me projecting, because me personally, I would never do that. But I can't what's the word? Is it patrol? I can't patrol how someone expresses themselves, or if they're going through something, I can't tell them how to deal with it, because I'm not the one going through it, it's her. So I'm happy that, it's all been resolved. He finally paid. I think he should have done that time ago, because we all suffered, not just them two, all of us suffered. But I'm happy that she got her justice, and I really do like the girl. Like, she's a funny girl. A bit crazy, but she's funny.
Lani, listen, right. So first of all, I am the queen of can't be finessed. So I am on Lani's side. Like, I do not appreciate a man trying to finesse a woman, especially not for a Rolex watch, okay? Now, we know that he's paid it back now, congratulations, and we can put it to bed. But what she was put through, I think was disgraceful. And I think she was well within her rights to voice her opinion, say what she's saying, and all of these things. Like, at the end of the day, women, they do a lot for men, and you have to be appreciative. Even when you come up and you've made your money now, do you get me? Just show a little bit of respect. And Lani is a good girl, do you understand? She's a little bit emotional, but she's a good girl. So at the end of the day, I feel like she was within her rights. That was a little bit rude as well. And it took so long for it to pay back the money. Why did it take, was you saving up, Tion? I just need to understand why it took so long. Why he should have shut that down and paid it from the first time she spoke on it. A whole year? Okay, clearly you were saving up. It's all right, though. Everyone's happy, though, now, so we can put it to bed. It's all right.
Lani Good and Tion Wayne. I know Lani, I haven't seen her for a while, but she's entertainment. I rate her because that is somebody who I believe is showing a level of fearlessness and doesn't care. You cannot care if she's doing what she's doing. You can't. You can't give a damn if you're doing what she's doing. And I feel like a lot of people say they don't give a damn, but really do it. You can tell in their behavior. But she's showing that F everybody. She's got her own tribe of people that F with her. She reminds me sort of like a Cardi B. You know, Cardi B started out stripping, doing that thing, and now she's got a cult following. Not everybody is in the Cardi B world, but like Lani, she's got people that love her and support her. So why stop that for people that don't matter? Do you know what I mean? So that's the energy that I want to see in 2022 anyway.
Do you know what? I feel like that's a very unfortunate situation. It's not for me to discuss on other people's business, but I personally think that there's a lot of hurt with Lani, and I just honestly hope that now that the money's been paid off, that she finds some peace and she's able to move forward and just progress. And you know what? Big up Tion for being successful. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what? Like, I don't know why Lani gets so much stick for, okay, I do, but I also understand it. Imagine someone took your details, went and bought something without your knowledge. I'm sorry, but I'll be doing the most to get my money back, and then gaslighted you the whole time. Like, I'm just happy she got her money back, and I don't really care if she had to do what she had to do. She got her money back, so.
I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never thought that day would ever come in a million years. What the fuck? So when it happened, if I'm honest, I don't even think it sunk in. Like, cause I don't think I've registered it. I think it just happened and I buried it to the side. I got like so many messages, like maybe 2,000 messages of people saying, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, it was just so surreal. Like, you have to understand that I've been dealing with this for 5 years and I've legit had bailiffs at my house. So I'm numb to it, I think. I think all my anger goes towards the person that did it to me. And I don't know, it's just surreal. I couldn't believe it. But at the same time, I don't know. So I do forgive him to a certain extent. And also, I don't think he is like total evil. I think I was just upset that he did that. But I don't think he's totally evil. I think he just maybe made a bad decision. And he was a lot younger. Hopefully he's like matured and stuff. I'm sure he hasn't done that to any other female. So I don't know, I've got mixed emotions. But then obviously for me, I feel like if me and him had what we had was more short or casual. Is that what I want to say? Yeah, I feel like if I had met him and maybe he linked me twice. Do you remember when, I can't remember the guy's name, but he did fraud he went on a couple of dates with some girl and then he did fraud on her card.
Fraud Bay.
Yeah, Fraud Bay. And I think she was interviewed by ITV and everything. And I think with her, she felt violent and obviously she was pissed, but I don't think she was hurt. And that's because there was no feeling. She never loved the guy. I think they only went on 3 dates. I think they had sex, but it wasn't that deep, is my point. So I feel like if I could have had that sort of situation where he did it straight away, or he put me in that situation straight away, I don't think it would have affected me as much because the money wasn't the problem. It was just like the fact that he did that to me because I was just like, right, like I really rode for you. But yeah, so I do forgive him to a certain extent.